Azul, you are in the inn of the giant bar. Upstairs. You slept with Exodus last night. He let you
Not in that
feed from
way.
his arm, and you're feeling better. You've been satiated, but you are sleeping now during the day because you obviously are very bored. But also, whenever you've gotten near the doorway, or I'm sorry, the window, you've been burned by the sunlight. Right?
You don't have this advantage. It's toasty.
And you hear a large cheering of outside, which awakes you. You look out through the window, but carefully enough to where you don't burn yourself. And it's hard to see. Your eyes are more accustomed to the shadow and the darkness now. And you look out to the crowd and you see thousands of people gathered near the town square. You look out and you see Delian scolding the nobles, and the crowd is cheering and agreeing. A small celebration begins as something has happened. You don't know exactly what's happened, but your thirst is kicking in, and it is only noon right now for you.
And Exon is asleep, correct?
Exon is not here. He left.
Alright, so I'm in the room by myself.
You remember what happened last night, or late last night, with the ritual before they gagged you to make sure that you couldn't bite anybody or do any other. They gagged you with some copper wire
From OX's own arm.
and
I removed it.
yeah, it's been removed. And you remember them trying to solve the curse for Thomas Viggal to restore him. And Delian did everything right. As well as Sor, he summoned the power of the Jinn to reverse his curse. And Ox placed the crown on his head. And unfortunately, something was wrong. The twisting of life and death from a place you've never been before. The winds of fate and time, where a beginning and ending start and end, is backwards. Or moving in the wrong direction. It feels strange. The power of the Jinn can't even stop it now. And Thomas was destroyed. He screamed out that he couldn't see someone. Azul, make a religion roll.
Man, dang. I thought for sure they would have saved him. What happened?
We weren't planning on saving him. We were planning on killing him all the same.
We rolled a 1.
7.
Ooh.
Not high enough.
Can I have a roll on it?
No, you're not even there.
I'm omnipresent. I can see everything.
So yeah, that's kind of what's happened. And Thomas is totally destroyed. His body turned to ash, and the fairy took some of his body, put it in a jar. Maybe one day he can bring Thomas back. He is an idealist, but he did want Exodus' head. And you think to yourself, you charged ahead, and Ilarion did desecrate your body, but you have blindly followed Exodus into this situation similar to Thomas Viggal. What are you thinking, Azul?
Azul was thinking, like, I can't take the risk of that happening to me. I have so much to do for my people and for myself. And he thought that if anyone can do it, Exodus could.
I didn't participate. I want that clear. I was told to not participate. I watched.
He didn't participate. That's why he failed. Exodus wasn't part of it.
No, it's because the ruler kept on being a little prissy shit who did not want Exodus to either attend. He wanted executed. He wanted everything, but to actually get help.
Unfortunately, Azul, something is just terribly wrong. And no elf already being a half-elf yourself, you almost barely can claim any allegiance to the elves, which can be very picky, those of not true blood, to their ways and traditions.
That's so true.
Now that you've been turned to a vampire, almost any hope to become a leader of the elves, especially in your current state, is impossible.
What do you think over that? Like,
You can't even sit in the sun. You can't even sit in the meadow unless it's at night. You've been turned into some creature that only the darkness can use.
I see things like this is it. This is game over. What should I even continue to try? And he's like he's struggling to come to terms with like, what do I do next? I can't let them try to do that same ritual on me. I'll die. Do I find someone else to lead? Maybe I should do that.
Should be a dampier.
I need maybe I find someone who's to rule. Find a replacement. Maybe someone I know, another elf. And he starts thinking like, do I know any more elves who I could trust to like lead the people? And he's like, I only know one person. And they're guarding the dead tree right now.
Hello?
Yeah.
We can hear you, Delian.
Okay. I thought I just lost sound.
No, you're doing good. So this is sort of a downtime game. Where we last left off, or it's whatever you guys want it to be, Delian convinced the crowd one of the noble houses, their land has been expropriated or through eminent domain given to the party. And you guys have a mansion. Do you guys want to call the mansion a certain name? I know Orion's not here yet. He'll probably be showing soon.
Yeah, I still gave him that ID in the.
I think he already had a name for it.
Well, while you just signed that, I'm gonna do the party favor and try to move Azul to the new place.
We're going to confiscate every mansion.
DM, what's the time of day right now?
It's noon.
All right, so I could use my shield to try to block the light.
And Azul's going to be a dampier. Good.
Oh, I got a bit of a role play moment I want to do with Azul.
Azul.
So DM, is it possible for me to escort Azul to the new place while using my shield to cover him?
Where do you want to move him? To the house? You want to take him out of the inn to the house during the day?
Well, you're saying it's during noon, so I could use my shield to cover him to give him enough shade so it won't burn him. It's easy. And with the sun out, he won't go completely nuts and try to escape.
Do you allow him to do this, Azul?
I could go when it's safe. I think
It's more safer with the machine than allowing the people to know you're a monster.
Yeah,
and going out during the nighttime, you'll have more power and your hunger will go nuts. We want to get you to a safe spot so you can be treated more appropriately.
We just need an SPF 300 suntan lotion.
300? You mean 3,000? So, Azul, will you allow OX to escort you?
I guess I get fully cloaked and I can go out with the OX, I guess.
OX's arm is literally over your head, on the large shield over you, giving you enough shade.
Both of you make stealth rolls.
I got advantage on those.
Yes, but Ox
as a lesser vampire, in the stat thing you gave me before, 30. It says I only have sunlight sensitivity. Are you adding sunlight damage?
I have no stealth. I'm a big machine.
Yes, it should have it.
Is there an opposite of inspiration? Like you do something dumb and you get dumb inspiration? You know, like disadvantage?
Ox, do you have are you wearing plate or anything though?
No.
What are you wearing?
Any armor has been integrated into him. He has Yeah, he says he has mithril plate,
So you roll with
Mithril.
disadvantage.
and it doesn't give me the option.
Roll with disadvantage. Oh, because you have you're using mithril?
Yeah, I'll just roll it.
No,
I
it's
didn't roll
okay.
it 3
The
times.
reason
What the
why
hell?
is if you use mithril, you don't have disadvantage on stealth because mithril is very lightweight, but very strong. It's like aluminum in a way. if you
Yeah,
wanna
so
think
far
about
it's actually just his chassis at the moment.
Okay.
But Ox doesn't really care if people see him. Ox is gonna have a conversation with Azul.
Why are you so involved with Azul anyway?
Well,
Let
so
the
far
man be friendly.
he's pretty. He's you want ¿Cómo se dice en inglés?
Actually, this gives me an opportunity to do what I want because now he's not watching.
Well, you only got 10 minutes. So Azul, as Azul is following under Ox, like under the shade, and Ox doesn't really care if people see him just with his one arm up and a shield blocking. Azul, you are a vampire spawn. Exodin wants to keep you alive. What do you want?
Well, I certainly want to stay alive. So, thank you, Exodin.
If I had a choice, I would have exterminated you. But Exodin wants you alive. So you must keep to that. What is it you want?
I want to restore my people. But, it's become harder now.
How is it become harder? You have an objective. Objective will be completed.
Part of uniting my people was having a leader. I can't be that leader anymore.
And what of it?
Okay.
If you cannot be leader, you change it so you can be leader. Nothing is absolute.
I'm sorry to say, but there are absolutes. No elf, or even half-blood, would follow a vampire.
You are a elf, but you have been cursed into vampire spawn. Believe in Exodin.
If there's anything I believe in, it's Exodin.
He is not a female. Calm yourself.
What? What happened?
I said he is not a female. Calm yourself. Then believe in him. He has cure. It failed on Thomas Viggal. Good riddance.
Wow, I didn't think you had such an opinion.
I
Or
may
any opinion.
follow Delia, protect Delia, but I am not stupid.
Are you sure?
With a 14 intelligence, I doubt it.
Well, I may trust accident, but I don't trust that ritual. I saw what it did. I'm not risking that.
Who says about using ritual? Exodin has many skills. That is just one. Continue with the party. Find cure. Objective altered.
Maybe.
Oh, you'll be fine.
I just realized Azul's undead now. Healing spells might not have much effect on him.
I didn't hear that part. As soon as you said much, I lost.
Said healing spells might not have much effect on you since you're
Oh
undead.
fuck, that's true.
You regenerate. You regenerate.
I
Yeah, we can just have him bite us and he'll regen some health.
Question. Azul. If new one, Anton, goes near Delia, drain of blood. Questionable intent.
Yeah.
In short, he's calling Anton a pedophile.
We could set up a blood bank, right?
Okay,
You
so
could-
let's kind of recap. Azul successfully makes it back to the house. Orion, what is the name of the house?
Oh, is he here?
Yes, he's down the bottom. Right.
Okay. I think his mic is off.
His camera looks a lot better, though. I think he got a little upgrade.
Nope.
What's
Same
up,
camera.
guys?
Hey.
So, yeah, we never decided on the name of the house.
I think I'm the only one. Who
Let me just
actually
kind of
gave a
recap.
suggestion.
Let me kind of recap what's going on, though, before I turn it back over to you guys. You guys are all in the house. It's right around noon. You've eminent domained the guy's house.
Pretty much.
And we can talk about more maybe what you want to do with him, or maybe he flees Stormbrook or whatever. This is kind of a down session game where I usually just go around the table to each person, and you guys can do whatever you want. You guys can get weapons and items enchanted, or you can do things. I also linked you guys the Stormbrook city builder thing. Currently, we have 10 guards, plus 1 elite guard, which brings, there's a total guard count of 11. Stormbrook, to be fully guarded, needs about 1% of the population to be guards. This is some research I did. So it needs 310 guards. So there's only 10 soldiers watching Stormbrook at this time. Partly because Exodus killed some of them, and so did Delian, right?
Delian killed more than Exodus. I know that for sure.
Well, also Exodus knows...
I didn't kill anybody.
I didn't kill them.
Sunrise, burn everything. The screams of the innocent. Oh, please.
I don't control the sun. The sun controls itself.
But
Yeah, you
also,
called it in.
Exodus, when he first fought Ian Parnish had infested about half of the guards with...
Well, that's not me that killed them.
Yes, but some of them died, right?
Yeah.
So you.
There was just a lot of fighting men. There's very few fighting men left after the Great War, especially in this region of the world. Most men that were able to were drafted or recruited and died, right? And so, like with Anto, anybody who's worth a damn is a mercenary. And they just cost money. The price of all mercenaries is doubled because of this in this area.
I did suggest that we can actually try to recruit one of Ulimar's artificers to try to
We'll get
make
to that in a
our
minute.
own.
I'm just trying to finish up some rest of this housekeeping type things.
Oh, okay,
Currently, you have 3 buildings within the absolute, so you have ownership essentially of these buildings. These buildings can produce passive income for you as time goes by, depending on who owns them. Right now, they're in ownership of the party, correct? So the Delian has an abbey, right? The abbey costs 20 gold pieces a day to run. I'm assuming that the running cost also includes a certain staff cost associated to it. I'm not too detailed on that yet of how many staff you have, but we can roleplay it out if you really want to. But Delian has to pay 140 gold pieces a week to keep the abbey running for Ivonia, I'm assuming. This noble estate, which you've also eminent domained, takes 70 gold pieces a week to run. And then there's a large temple that Exodus has that takes 175 gold pieces to run a week.
God damn it, Exodus.
But there's also donations and things, and how we do it is we will roll on running the business chart. We make all these rolls weekly. And that's what I just want to tell you guys.
Okay, for the city, do we have? I'm looking at the parts of the city and the city population. Do we have demographics in terms of male
age? And you wanted to know more of an age, one of those pyramid breakdowns. You want me to do all that extra work for you, buddy?
I just need to know how many draftable males there are. Men from the ages 15 to 40.
It'll take you a week to perform a census.
I thought you were gonna call your fairy friends. Get like dryad knights and
We did one last little tidbit is I'm assuming Delian casted the sending spell last game. She sent a sending spell to Shirebrook where she scried successfully on the location of Nona Viggal. Nona Viggal is 10 days away and being escorted by the knights.
Perhaps we should send a party to meet her on the way so she stays safe all the way here.
I think if we send a party, that might attract more attention than less.
Okay. Just an idea, if something happens to her on the way, then we don't have any control over it.
Why not just send OX?
I don't know about you. You're a little bit unstable lately.
He has to follow orders. He doesn't need sleep and he doesn't need to eat.
Well, if we go, we should go. I'll go. We shouldn't just send you by yourself anyway.
And don't you want a week without OX just on your ass?
Sorry, week without what?
You don't want an entire week without OX just like breathing down your neck?
That's okay. I can always turn you off if I really need a drink.
There's no turning them off. Only one person that can turn them off by blowing up their heads.
But also, I don't think you can draft anybody because that takes too long to train them anyway. Loyalty is a big issue, but mercenaries, sometimes you can make them, you can co-opt them as part of the kingdom. So you sort of make them part of the kingdom a little bit, have stakes in it.
Well,
if you're talking about feudal systems, then basically all the farmers get grabbed for a period of service every year and are forced to be a part of the guard for a short period of time. Obviously, you have people who become professional soldiers and guard for the city / kingdom / whatever. But typically, 70%, 80% of any army back then were basically farmers who barely knew more than how to use a plow. I mean, that's why all the pikes and everything got created, was because you could give a farmer a pike and point it at the guy on the horse. I mean,
yeah.
And also think about this: if we do recruit the mercenaries, they can be bought off by another larger group.
Well, that's always a risk, but so long as they're co-opted with lands and stuff inside the kingdom, it's better. But I have a question: how many people in the abbey?
How many do you? It's there is a chart in the DMG of it actually lists the staff out. I will pull it up and see if the abbey has it.
Well,
I can tell you the exact amount.
The only reason I'm asking is how many people can I recruit as like holy warriors or something, and we can temporarily use them as kind of a temporary guard.
Well, that's kind of what Ox is about. Ox, like, there's just not very many fighting men, so the gnomes have like wanted you to, basically assure that they can go to heaven when they die, and so they allowed you to use Ox.
All right.
That's why I was suggesting that we should send a message to Ulimar's shop and see if we can actually get one of their artificers. Then we can start designing our own small force with the materials we have on hand.
well, there's also something to be said with grabbing, some of these refugees or whatever, throwing, some leather armor and a pike or a spear or whatever on them. And even though they may not know one end from the other, when you have 300 of them, it's a little bit more intimidating than if there's nobody there, or if there's only like 20 trained soldiers. So there's something to be said for appearances.
Also, we can actually apply them to the fighting pits, earn money, and we can actually spot out who's had more skill when it comes to combat and to lead.
Short term, we need quantity over quality, it feels.
Well, it feels that no matter what the solution is, it's going to take some time, regardless.
Well, I think we definitely have to do a census first, which to some extent, since we were just told that it would take a week to complete a census, that puts this in the Queen's hand, and at least we can give her the information and she can decide how she wants to deal with that. Uh,
What was,
Asbel, did-
what was Anto's mercenary thing? I don't remember what they came up with that. Did Anto have a bunch of mercenaries at hand?
They're called the chills. It's just a bunch of goblins that I used to work with.
Anto, can you pan your camera down a smidge? You're like the headless horseman.
So what does that mean?
You
Are
mean the horseless
goblins
headman?
trustworthy? Are the goblins trustworthy, or are they just?
For enough gold, they're worthy, trustworthy, but don't try to fool them because they'll know. They're not dumb.
What I really meant was
They are, but not.
Can you control them? Is what I really meant.
Me control them? No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Well,
Here we go.
the bigger problem is going to be the cost, because as Bo just said, any mercenary group is going to cost double the normal cost.
And these are goblins, so they're already naturally greedy.
Well,
Maybe we can give them workplace benefits.
They're goblins. There's no such thing as workplace benefits when it comes to goblins.
Well,
If they get injured,
401k and dental.
medical.
I could.
Wait a
You
minute.
can pay 'em with
wait,
something
that
else
gives me
and
an
go.
idea. Dillian, couldn't you like mercenaries? There's one thing they fear more than not having money. It's dying. Why not just probably do the same thing you did with the gnomes? Promise them a paradise after death. Make them martyrs.
Are they religious?
well, that's not complicated. So
No one is religious until you show them proof of power. I make sense, don't I?
God,
So we're gonna
Cash,
threaten
meteor shower.
Exactly.
Is this a rhetorical
let's-
question?
yeah, that's not complicated. So no mercenaries. You're gonna do a militia draft, basically. That's what it sounds like.
I think that's the cheapest way, and then we can always do militia afterwards. Do we know how much is in the bank account for Stormbrook?
Accident.
Nope.
If
Because
you own
the
a
bank-
church, damn it.
The bank was controlled by that shapeshifter, or not the shape. The
Oh, yeah, the one that had the
Larry?
dragon in it.
What happened
Yeah.
after you killed the previous king, Accident?
I don't know.
You went up to the
Accident.
treasury
Specifically, we went to the treasury. We
and
got them out of the bank, and
didn't
we
you
ran
loot
away.
the treasury of Stormbrook?
No, we didn't. We
Really?
ran away.
You didn't
Well,
go to
Azul
Ian's,
looted some of it, but
Ian's
we
study, and there was all the gold there and everything, and he looted all that.
Excellent. You're supposed to be a man of honor, and you just did that, huh?
uh
Lord,
wasn't much.
excellent my ass.
Well, we could do an audit of the treasury as well.
Is there anything left, Exodus?
I would need to look at my loads. I don't remember there being that much in his study. It wasn't like a bank's worth of gold in there.
Check Excellent's pockets. He might still have some.
He's the one that's always paying him platinum.
Come on, Excellent. Hop. Let's hear them. Let's hear them purses jiggle.
I mean, I got a lot of coin, but
Your coin
That
is the
was-
city's coin.
that was from the Temple of Emos.
So
I'm going to let
why
you
don't
guys talk for about another 20 minutes, and then I'm just going to start going around the table for one-on-ones.
Yeah, why don't you just contribute the money to the city then? If you have so much gold in your pocket.
Because I might need it for Azul if he wants to go.
No, you
through
don't.
it.
I'm gonna perform the ceremony on it. Don't worry. I won't make a mistake this time. That'll be fine.
I don't think you
Nah,
did make a
happening,
mistake.
buddy.
I think there was something we're missing.
I have 100% confidence that I can perform the ceremony perfectly.
I honestly think the ceremony went perfectly. I think we're just missing something.
No. I think the second time's a charm. We do it twice and it'll be fine. I think the first time is a mistake.
Do you guys want
And
to
also-
do the ritual on Azul right now?
I'd like to do it right
Not
now.
happening. Not happening. No.
I promised Azur I would help him with his objective. So Oh,
Also,
I
Thomas,
fucking
you
lied.
said Thomas was a weaker man, so I think he was already.
Yeah, I know. Thomas
a
is
vamp-
weak. He's weaker. He's
No, but he was a
weak-willed and
vampire
weak
for a
in
long
spirit.
time. Azul's only been in vampire for, I don't know, like less than a day, right? So
Exodin sabotaged Thomas. That's the whole reason why.
Exactly. Finally, we can see it in Exodus' blueberry smug face.
look, Azul, you can trust me.
Not happening, bud. Not
You
happening.
can trust me, really. The touch of Ivonia will make you whole.
Yeah, just like those damn villagers in the castle. They were touched by that woman and they turned to ash.
They weren't touched by me. Just the sun. They couldn't withstand the sunlight, but that was not really my fault.
Says the one casting it. So I think someone
So
has to
since
read through the
Exodus-
book again and try to figure out what we're missing out of it.
So do we have ledgers or no?
Oh yeah, we did actually get a ledger from Ian Parrish's room, but I don't know where it is.
Oh, you're
As
the
both
leader,
leader-
damn it!
As
No,
well, do you? The player has lost the book, but the character would still have it. Can you provide us a copy, please?
it's
Arno-
not. It wasn't on my character.
Arno was in charge of the books and stuff like that. He had them on him.
Yeah, he dipped.
Yeah,
I should have killed him when I saw him.
You
Yeah,
can't
it
call
wasn't
upon-
something
Wait, you
that
saw
me or
him?
Exodus would have worried about. We gave it all to Arno and Illyrian.
Well, would Arno really have left with it? I mean, why would you carry a bunch of unnecessary books? He would have left it behind. He had more valuable things to bring.
Yeah.
I mean, he might have dumped it somewhere,
Yeah, he
but
might
he,
have stumped it.
he didn't leave it where we could find it.
Yeah.
The last, what was the last place he was at? I can recall.
It's here in Stormbrook.
Yeah, in the well, the castle was the last place, and he left his ass at. So we could go back and see if he left it in some kind of corner or something.
Maybe.
You know what
Okay,
wanna
can I
do?
cast locate object? And I would like to look for castle ledgers.
Orion leaves the manor, flies off to Whitehaven, the castle of Stormbrook, to look for some ledgers of Ian Parnish. What is also the rest of the party doing?
I want to get my my new arm made, so I'm gonna go visit the gnomes, and I'm
Okay.
grabbing Delia under my arm in the process.
No, I'm going to cast the commune to try to find out whether the ritual works on Azul without any sort of effects. Was
Some
it just
hiccups
unique
and
to
stuff?
Thomas?
You want to
Yeah,
speak
without-
to Ivonia?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to just assuming we're just going to go into the one-on-ones right now. I'm going to go to Azul first. What does Azul do? Azul, it's about noon still, so it's still light out. You're tired.
Well,
Vampires still sleep during the day. Typically in
well,
a coffin. Or a crypt.
oh, I definitely am not debasing myself asleep in a coffin. That's for, I don't know.
Yes,
Vampires.
he
He
is.
still suits himself as, a half elf before vampire, even at this early stages of vampirism. At this time, if he's feeling tired, he'll just go to sleep. There's nothing much he can do. He can't fight this sleepiness. It's part of him now.
You're immune to exhaustion, but this feeling of your body is unknown. You don't even breathe anymore.
Yeah, it's a very strange, alien feelings he's not used to. No need to breathe, no need to eat, I drink. It's early exhaustion just from being up when most people aren't. He just hates this.
Azul sounds really tired in person.
I got a question about that. Couldn't
He's a
Azul
method
Excellent
actor.
RP.
You ruined his sleep schedule for this.
Damn it! I got a question about that. Couldn't Azul hide in chest cavity of Wax?
Nah,
So that's where he pretty much kept like his compartment in.
No, because
If
you're
you
a
wanna-
medium-sized creature. You need to be a large-sized creature for him to mount or do anything like that.
Okay.
Ox is up, though, you head to the gnomes, to Wilmer.
Yeah.
And
I have the money. I'm gonna see if they can make my design.
Yeah, so I kind of talked to this outside of game, right? You want to get what exactly you're trying to get made.
Well, first and foremost, I'm gonna talk to these guys. Pretty much detach his arm, place it on top of the table, and explain to him he wants a javelin, but he wants them to.
You want the arm drill thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them, like, I'm gonna ask them if they have a weird idea that can actually do more damage, and hopefully these gnomes actually will go nuts on it, because no one would give gnomes free rein to create something wild. So hopefully the drill.
You want a drill arm? I have the headset on, so it's hard for me to put stuff on.
If that is what you make out of it, then yes.
How much does it cost again?
Well,
what was the total cost we linked?
For the enhancement to add to +1.
You want a +1 drill?
Yeah, so I'm
with
giving
retractable blade?
Yeah, the drill will be retracted and act like an arm guard.
I'm not a complete douche. Basically, there is 5 enchanters in Stormbrook. The Merchant Guild of the Iron Links controls all the merchants here, a part of the Merchants Guild. They're a powerful faction, but they don't wish to really, so far, interfere with the rulership of that. They're making too much money to really give a crap. Orion, slavery is still legal, by the way, in Stormbrook.
Awesome. You can have slave soldiers.
I'm gonna look up this. So, this is a lance, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna do my work. I'm gonna do your work. I'm gonna do retractable blade.
We agreed on 2,500.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it right now. Give me a second. Arm blade. Okay. You want +1 enchantment onto it.
Yeah.
And then you want what? Anything else? Oh, the drill thing, right?
Yeah.
The drill thing is a charge. How many charges do you want for it?
We agreed on 5 charges.
You just want 5? That means you can use it once per day.
Yeah, we agreed on 5 charges. Since you said 10 charges seemed a little bit too overpowered.
Yeah, I lowered it down to 5. It
Yeah.
costs 2,125 gold for them to make this.
Can I give them extra gold to see if they can make it a rush order?
So it would take how it works. That's not including any margin for them to make it.
Mm-hmm.
The margin, I'm going to say, is 25%.
Okay.
I'm going to take that amount, which I just did, times it by 1.25.
Ooh, the music in the background.
You like that?
Yeah.
Well, that sounds good.
It's scary.
So it's going to cost 2,656 gold.
I have the amount, and OX literally lift up his left arm, pops it open, and stacks of gold, and just drops on the table.
It's going to take them 8 weeks to do it, unless we start hiring more enchanters.
Rich, you're one who drove on.
Do you pay them?
Yeah, I paid them.
Okay, so all 5 enchanters are now busy working away. No one else can enchant anything.
God damn it, I am.
For 8 weeks.
Broke.
I'm going to go to Exodin.
I'm down to 100 gold pieces. Fuck!
I got a lot of things to take care of.
I didn't get much when I made a character.
Write down the date. I linked the date and time in our chat under the Dark Divide. So plus 8 weeks onto that. Plus 8.5 weeks. Well, that's how long it will take them to do.
A few things I gotta take care of. Korgath, just take care of that in the background. I'm assuming the spell scroll to dispel him came in.
What's that? What I forget what this is.
It
sounds familiar.
It was Josh's character, the werewolf. That
you want to get rid of the thing for the werewolf.
Yeah,
because that was coming in really quick, wasn't it? Didn't they order that out? And
yeah,
it
come in 2 days.
Got it in for 2 days.
It comes in today or something, right?
Yeah.
So, do you want to dispel Korgath?
Oh yeah, I am going to be doing that in the forest.
You want to take the statue into the forest?
Yeah. Does he want to get out of the city?
You don't want to release him.
during the downtime stuff, guys, we kind of just do summaries of things. I don't fully role play things out.
That's fine.
Basically, the bishop and you like put a little blanket over Korgath's statue and try to safely transport it out of the city. Exodin, you've been associated with the lords now of Stormbrook, so people know about you. Like, your reputation has gone around, and it's a pretty good reputation. You've been known as a very generous donator to the church. Korgath is dispelled. I'm assuming this like werewolf character. If someone he was playing a what was it? A
Blood Hunter.
He was playing a blood hunter werewolf or Order of Lycan character.
Yeah.
How it works is he's basically staying near the mansion or in Stormbrook. Again, he's not going to work for free though. But he's a level 8 guy. I mean, and if you pay him, he'll work in Stormbrook.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, he wanted to get out of the city. I knew that. He was like just a forest guy, so I don't think he would be staying in the city to work for us.
Accident, you want him to leave the party and the group?
I think that's what Korgath would have done, yeah.
Okay. Korgath leaves the group and heads north.
All right. Then other order business would have been checking up with Azul, see what he wants to be doing.
Okay, so you head back to Azul. We'll get to him in a minute.
Then the last thing is, now that I feel somewhat responsible for this city, I am considering being coronated just to attract some zealot warriors to protect the city.
Do you want
Finally!
Do you want, by coronated, do you mean as a king or as...
as a saint.
You want to become a saint now?
To just attract some zealots.
Saint Lord Exodus, Delia, your wishes come true. Make him king, damn it.
But he hasn't told me yet, so I don't know.
To attract people to defend the city.
Ceremonial switcheroo. You're now king.
Do you want the bishop to
You have
coronate
no
you,
right
or do
to
you want
change.
Delian to coronate you?
I'll just I'll have Delian do it.
Okay, we'll get to that. We'll probably do that tomorrow. Sor is up. So what does Sor want to do?
Thor will go to one of the criers that let news out, since you said most people in the city can't even read. I'm guessing
That's
there's not
correct.
really a good schooling system.
How news is transported is mostly through word of mouth, and there's a lot of town criers. Most of them have theater backgrounds, if anything, but most of the men are middle-aged.
He's going to pay them to kind of spread the word around that Sor is looking for any magically sensitive people, anyone with like innate magical prowess, to come to the manor and speak to him so that he can train them.
How much do you pay? How much do you pay the criers?
How many criers should I mean, it's a big city, so...
How much and for how long?
For the next week, I'll pay the criers a total like 400 gold if I have to.
It's not going to take that much money. We'll say you can pay 10 criers 1 silver piece a day or 1 gold piece a day. So that would be 10 gold for a week, because a week in Zin is 10 days.
10 days, okay.
Okay. And you would roll. We'll have you roll every day. If you roll a 10 or higher, we make a roll in the random hirings chart. And since you're asking, we'll make a roll. And if you roll a 10 to 12, it will be a non-magic caster. If we roll higher than a 12 or higher, so there's a small chance you won't get. You'll just get people who are just looking for, like, basically mercenaries. But the news is spreading throughout the town.
All right.
Anything else?
Yeah, he probably would also go to Azul to
Okay.
speak to him about the vampire deal.
Okay, let's go to Delian.
Yes, I'm going to cast a commune.
How do you cast it?
Like a ritual. I call upon Evonia, goddess of fire, for insight into the future. And
want-
I get 3 yes or no questions, which is what I was writing down just a second ago.
You can't feel anxious. You can't feel but anxious as you utter the prayer that you know connects you directly with the divine mind. It's one thing to beseech the gods for a favor and receive their gifts. It's quite another to speak one and be spoken to. As you pray, you mentally rehearse the questions, not wanting to embarrass yourself or be unclear upon your request.
You get in contact with your intern.
You
I'm
asked
not-
3 questions, and I
Yeah.
basically am going to give you a sentence. As you
Yeah,
reach
I'm not-
out,
Nervous.
what is your first question to the god
If-
Avonia?
If I repeat the exact procedure as Thomas's conversion to human form, would it work on Azul?
Yeah, as you pray to Ivonia, you see a vision of like a volcano. And you see like this volcano. If you look at her picture on World Anvil, it's like a picture of a woman appearing as a volcano, speaking to you and erupting in a fearsome blaze.
My wonderful Lady of Fire.
The heat, even in your mind's eyes, is almost unbearable as the heat purifies and is able to burn away all impurities of the soul and the mind.
Oh, Delia's dead.
Well, I'm just
No,
telling
I'm
the
fine.
back. I'm going to tell you the answer now, though. Let me think.
For framing an innocent and drinking under the age, she's dead meat.
Nah.
Nothing is certain. The winds of the Shadowfell are disturbed.
Okay. If Nona Viggal returns, would she want to be queen?
Yes.
Okay. If I call upon the followers, your great lady Avonia, can I get is it possible to recruit a small holy order of warriors to at least protect Stormbrook?
She shows you an image of crowning Exodus as a saint.
Okay. I thank the Lady of Fire, and I shall let you go back to more important things.
Wait, you're missing one question.
I
There was
did
3.
3.
Yeah,
Ritual.
3. He did. That was the first question.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
So
You got a definite maybe.
well, I got interrupted in the middle of the middle by a robot. That's okay. Your humble servant says adieu.
Stay faithful, prophet. These are dark times. Anto, you're up.
You're muted.
Muted.
He's probably talking this whole time. We just couldn't hear anything he says. Anton the Quiet.
Weapon enchantment. You said that all the people are working on OX3 things.
So,
right?
first of all, did you spend your 9,000 gold?
I spent
All of it.
No, I still got something like 4,000.
Did you buy a weapon enchantment?
No. Oh wait, no, I already did. Never mind, I'm good.
Okay, I figured. You get to spend that gold, my friend.
Yeah. But
If not,
yeah.
Orion can help you. You can message Orion, and he can kind of help you walk you through the enchantments to have them add them to your sheet in some way.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'll do that.
Or you can put that money.
What do you
for the
want to do,
recruitment.
though?
Or you can just give it to me. I mean, that works too.
Do you want to just do like some carousing?
Nah, he hates
or
you already.
searching for rumors, Anto? What are you trying to do now? You've met the group of the Dark Divide, but it's not as... Things are pretty dire.
It's not as glamorous.
Well, since I don't know much about the place or whatever's going on besides what happened the last time, I'm gonna walk around town to see if I can hear like any rumors of things that might be happening, or I don't know, like break-ins at homes, monsters, creatures, and like going around the town. Since we are so low on guards that anything can come in here.
We won't be long guards anymore. Don't
You
worry.
look around and like there is like a lot of refugees that have traveled to the safety of Stormbrook, as most of the continent of Warren has been under the subjugation of the darkness and by the forces of the darkness itself. You hear about the rumors of the previous king, and people are worried that Queen Nona Viggal, who is supposed to take control, is going to set things right, but people are starting to get worried. and make an investigation roll.
Where is it? Where is the investigation? Where is that? Right here. If it lets me. What?
An 18.
Yep.
You hear the ports and the soldiers on the ports of Stormbrook are worried about the forces of the Genie King. And they hear rumors of the navy of the Genie King assembling.
Right.
The Genie King
Oh,
Rizu
boy.
from the south in Husad. Let's go to Orion.
Orion doing paperwork.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
you
right.
You went to the castle. You cast locate object. You're looking for ledgers.
I'm looking for a ledger of specifically to the accounting of the kingdom, or a kingdom accounting. It's a specific kind of ledger. It wouldn't be similar to a ledger for a business. It wouldn't be exactly similar to a ledger for a number of things. It would be specific to running a city or a kingdom.
What languages do you speak?
I speak. Hold on. I'm trying to pull up my character right now. I believe I speak Elvish, Sylvan, and Common, but hold on.
Should've
Yes,
brought me
that was
eyes.
correct.
I speak a lot of
So,
languages.
Orion, you do find the locate object book. You do find it casting the spell. You get close enough inside the castle to do it and locate things within 1,000 feet within
Mhm.
Whitehaven. You find some articles as you directly want to find the journal, or not the journal, I'm sorry, the ledger of maybe the
Of
king
finances.
of finances. You do find it. It's written in a strange language you don't understand. It's mostly written in hieroglyphics of some kind. A hieroglyphic language.
Oh, do I have?
If it's Dwarvish, then I got it.
It is not Dwarvish.
Damn.
What, primordial? What
Hey,
do
if it's-
mind flayers speak?
If it's Inferno or Celestial, I can help you.
I'm
and
looking
you
to
call
see.
yourself a cardinal. Damn.
Knowing the language of your enemies is always good.
Let's go back to
Oh,
Azul
sure.
while Orion thinks about that. You have the journal in your possession. You're in Whitehaven, and you hear just rumors like they say, Nona Viggal is returning. Between the few guards that man the posts. Right? Of the Whitehaven. I'm assuming the town has 5 guards patrolling the whole city. They guard in pairs. And then there's only 5 guards that hold the castle of Whitehaven.
What was the name of the head guard?
Captain Mudteeth.
Mudteeth. That's right.
He's considered an elite guard. Do you want to speak to him?
I do.
Okay, we'll come back to you, and then we'll go to Captain Mudteeth. Exodus, Sor, and Azul are meeting back at the manor, which is yet to be named. We call it the House of Votun.
I try to get a message to Exodus saying that my genie has said that the procedure, if we use an Azul, will be perfectly safe.
Oh, my name got chosen.
Azul, tell me, have you given it further consideration?
Is a ritual?
Of course.
I'm not exactly eager to give it a try, no.
No, but I just told you it's perfectly safe.
Not there.
I sent the message. I said.
You didn't say you can reply to this message.
I do not respond to the message, and I do not trust Delian's eagerness or naivety with that.
I'm only trying to do good. I love you, Exodus.
Until you're not marrying age yet. You're not 16.
Huh?
It's in like 12 here.
No, I don't mean love in that form, but it's okay.
You can only marry at 16 with a lord or lady at the age of 55.
Love doesn't necessarily have to automatically equal marriage. That rope.
No, there's no love. It's just pretty much just for your prestige. That's it.
14-year-old girls say that kind of stuff anyways, even when they don't mean it.
Yeah,
precisely.
And Exodus the Saint, so not at the legal level yet.
Does Azul, Sor, Exodin, and Delian do anything? Azul seems a little skeptical about having the ritual being performed on him, and he wants to basically be a vampire, correct?
Say again?
How I'm going to say it is Azul, it's extremely difficult to travel in the day. Basically almost impossible. If you travel during the day, you're basically dead, right? Yes, Ox was able to hold the shield over your head, but any sharp turn or anything like that, or making combat, would be virtually impossible outdoors during the day. So the party could do it. They just have to travel at night.
No, I got an idea.
Oh boy.
And just we can get like a large coffin or box and Ox carry him during the daytime. Release him during the night. Pretty much, any way to keep the sun off of him might be the best option. So a large coffin or a large box you can actually just hide in for the time while we're traveling by day.
Delian, he does have a wisdom of 5.
Ego is gonna.
I just told him that it's perfectly safe. My DP told me so. I get a commune.
What could possibly go wrong?
Absolutely nothing.
When Delian is here in person, we will continue the conversation for that.
I'm saying Delian is here. He was probably just in the house or whatever, and he did commune, and I'm saying whoever is in the house is in the house. It's open for discussion.
Yeah.
Ox ain't in the house. He's still with the gnomes.
Yes.
My deity says that.
Are you in the room with me, Exodus, and Sor?
Why not?
Evonia also says that by making Exodus a saint, we'll be able to attract holy warriors, and we'll be able to solve the recruiting problem. And Nona Viggal does want to be queen.
That is great news. The only thing we have to do is Azul, but he seems apprehensive about.
No, it's perfectly safe. I promise you. By the touch of Evonia.
Oh, Evonia said so? Well, if
Yes.
that's the case, we should really get on this.
Yes.
What's wrong with Thomas?
Well, I didn't ask her about Thomas, but it seems like I did say, did I make a mistake with Thomas? And she said I probably did.
And what was that mistake?
He was a weak guy, and we should have prepared him better. Maybe he should have had more rest.
Or maybe Exodus shouldn't have rolled a 1.
Oh man!
Yeah, God said we rolled bad.
I'm so regretting the crown thing. If I knew he was gonna die, I should have just killed him myself and kept the crown. Integrate that shit onto me.
You want to be the king? Is what you're saying?
No, I was gonna melt that thing down and use that armor.
He wanted to be king. He wanted to be king and then kill everybody.
Yeah, the Terminator King.
I respect your decisions, but this will be very inconvenient if you can't travel during the day. I'm just putting it out there.
Well, not only that, I don't think he really wants to be a vampire forever, do you?
Well, no,
Azul?
but he also doesn't want to die.
No, he's not going to die. I just told you, I can guarantee it. Why would I lie?
I don't know, but I don't trust you. Maybe after you
don't trust me?
reach the age of 20, I may start believing your words.
You don't trust me? I'm offended. I'm offended. All right,
Excellent.
well, good luck being a vampire. I'll try not to catch too many sunlights.
Every day while he's sleeping, you just go in there. Oh no, look what's happening.
Whoops,
if only you
I
weren't a
cast
vampire.
sunlight. Whoops, I cast sunlight, sorry. I just wanted a little bit of light, that's all.
Knowing the fairy, he's gonna help with that. He's in a box. Pop open the box. Whoops! I opened the lid. Sunlight.
I can't believe you don't trust me.
Ellen, did you need your compact?
The cardinal of 100 followers, thousands of followers, and you don't trust me? I simply cannot believe that. Nobody told you to go. Nobody told you to go chase after Ilarion and get yourself turned. That was your choice entirely, you know.
Yes,
Yeah, your
I
aim kinda
chose
sucks,
to become
too.
a vampire. That's exactly it, young lady.
So now I'm trying to give you an option, saying that my deity Evonia says that she believes that my ritual on you will be completely successful, and you'll return to your old normal form.
I'm sure she said those exact words. That it would be perfectly
Absolutely,
fine.
absolutely. Well, especially if you're
Excellent.
not metagaming.
What are we supposed
Hey, can I
to
roll persuasion? No, I can't. I can't roll persuasion on PCs. Oh well.
As
I
I
can-
said, the choice is yours. I won't force it one way or the other. However, your current state of affair would be complicated, to say the least.
Complicated
understand that.
indeed. Complicated, impossible is more like it.
Yeah. I have
You've
plans.
made your input, Dalian.
I have plans, Exit. I have plans. But what are your plans now?
Plans.
I know
Plans.
you wanted to leave the city before, and if I'm being honest, now that we've purged Hilarion from the city, I'm perfectly fine with leaving.
Did anybody mention the Genie King yet? Out of curiosity.
I think only Anto knows about that. I think he's still at the docks.
Let's go to Ox. Ox is... You got the order put in. What else do you want to do, Ox?
Well, if they didn't take his arm,
They did take his. They did take your arm. You're armless now.
I had two of them.
Do you want to have another arm? Is what you're saying? They gave you a substitute arm.
Yeah, I can't really do any. I can't really defend with one arm.
Actually, let's make it interesting. Roll a d20.
That's my swinging arm.
If you roll a 5 or less, they don't have
do a lot
another
of
arm.
things with one
And
arm.
you have
That's
to-
my
you can only wield
vampire
one
killing arm.
You can do a lot of things with one arm. You should know that now.
The six.
So many-
So I do-
Beats
so I
by
got
one.
it.
You get one of those little arms.
So
that
yes,
have, like,
you do have
three
they
fingers.
do have a substitute arm, but if you ever roll a natural 1 with it, it's not built that great. Since you did roll a 6, it'll break.
It's fine as long as it can complete its purpose. Because that was his vampire slaying arm.
It was.
Well, he's gonna return back.
I think I like you better with one arm.
Well, he can still bash people with a shield. On the way, I'm gonna see if I can meet up with Anton.
Okay, you meet up with Anton. Anton's sort of by the docks. Anton, roll another investigation roll, Anton.
Is it Anto or Anton?
I'm sorry, Anto.
Antoine.
How do you say it?
Anto.
Anto. That's
Anto
right.
the Goblin Man.
Anto.
Is that another investigation?
Yeah, because you're kind of just picking up some extra rumors. You're down by the docks, a natural 1. Unfortunately, you don't really hear anything more, at least for today. But you do see the ships coming in and out, and you do see the slaves being unpacked and branded.
I was about to say, with natural 1, he hears the rumors about himself spreading.
What do you guys do? Ox and Anto.
Local mercenary looked at Cardinal naked. Known pedophile. Keep your kids indoors.
Lock your
Oh,
kids, lock your doors. Protect your wives.
He's gonna
Anto, what do you want
spot
to do, buddy?
He's gonna spot Anton and just pretty much redirect him where the new base is at. We have new location. Everyone is there. Did you gather information?
Try to. I saw some slaves being branded. Is that useful?
Slaves used for manual labor, assisting in reconstruction, and used as meat shields.
Kind of curious where we're getting these slaves from.
I like you, X3. I like you already.
Especially like Goblin mercenaries.
What information did you manage to get?
Well, I heard something about a genie it was a king, right? King Genie. If I'm correct, what's a King Genie?
Oh my
Genie
god, we're gonna get
King.
terrible information. It's alright.
Yeah, terrible information indeed.
Genie King.
Yeah.
Tyrant. Trying to destroy or capture territories. In search.
I'm gonna be honest with you, X3. You scare me to death. Please.
Good.
Are we in good terms?
As long as Delia is safe, I have no reason to exterminate you.
Actually, I have a good chance against him if he only has one arm, right?
Yeah, until his consciousness gets turned on and he turns into, Terminator.
I have a weapon integrated at my left.
Okay. I'm gonna try to stay on your good side, OX3. I will make sure no harm goes towards the little devil.
I'm not a devil. I only speak infernal.
Get out of here.
You are mercenary. You recruit small goblins into your stead.
We can take the
I will try.
slaves and turn them into soldiers if we really want to be terrible.
Gonna look at the map for a second.
We can use them.
Yeah, and I got enough gold to make sure that there's not that much of an issue to have them on our side, at least for a while.
Orion, you have summoned me.
Hello?
What do you need?
Yes.
How may I serve you,
I
King
found
Regent?
I appreciate your attendance. I need to set some items into action. We need a census of Stormbrook. We need to know a detailed accounting of how many people are here, how many men, women, and children are here, and their ages. Can you help facilitate this?
I can try. How much gold do you want to spend?
Throw in 100 gold.
I'll give you some
Orion
gold.
turns out his pockets are like fucking empty.
I'll give you some gold. Don't worry. How much gold is it gonna take?
This is a job that needs to be done for Stormbrook, so it will come from the coffers. I would suggest recruiting some scribes from the city, and whatever costs this creates, just let them know that it will be reimbursed by Stormbrook.
My men tell me the bank is no longer there. We can't take any money on loan, and unfortunately, the treasury was raided. We have no coin. Orion rolls a d20. If he rolls a 5 or left, desertion happens.
Alrighty.
Desertion? Why?
No money means no point staying.
Well,
But-
he won't desert because he's kind of loyal, but the other men might.
But we have so many fun things. Friends with benefits. Where are we?
Yeah, you're a cardinal. No benefits
we
for
need
you.
coin, King. How should we set the taxes?
You are absolutely correct. We need the census so that we can initiate taxes. So I will make sure that this is funded. The Dark Divide will back this one way or another. The scribes will get their pay for the job rendered. As for the others,
Make a persuasion
going-
roll, DC 20. As you try to have people work essentially on loan or no coin at all.
no, I'm saying that it's back. They'll get
Yeah,
paid
it's by
when
your
they
word.
complete the job.
It's using your word. You're trying to persuade them.
I see.
Should have brought me along.
Unfortunately, I don't know if that's the way they do it in the Deepwood. But here, the coin is dry, and men need to be paid in advance to do such tasks.
Should have brought me along.
Should
Too
we
late.
swing by the House of Otun later to collect payment before we begin the census?
Very well.
I will meet you, say, in an hour.
Very well.
If you do not have the coin, I understand, but Lord Exodus is quite wealthy.
I think I have enough coin to handle this.
Okay. He will meet you at the place in an hour, and what else do you want to do, Orion?
So since I can't
translate
this, I would like to go over.
The strange
Would it be the enchanters to get a scroll? I want to get a scroll of comprehend languages.
You want to go to Rashad's, the Shaking Boulder?
Yep, that'll work.
The Shaking Boulder is the Merchant's Guild. You head over there.
Mm-hmm.
How we do magical items. Once per week, you make a roll, a d20 roll for an item you're looking for. It cannot be an artifact or anything like that, but it can also just be within reason. Roll a d20.
Yeah, this is a first level spell I'm looking for.
Yeah, but still. They don't
12.
have the scroll in stock, but they could make it for you in like a day or two. Do you want to wait a day or two?
What if
I gotta wait 8 weeks, so got a lot
I
of
mean,
time.
this is downtime, so a day or two isn't
Yeah.
really much.
if they don't have the scroll made, but they have a spell book that they're scrying it from, can I get a discount if I scry it myself and put it in my own
That's what the
spell book?
d20 roll was for, is basically for being on hand. Since you rolled low, the answer is no, so they can get it to you, like I said, in a day or two. That's the best they can do. I'm not trying to be a douche, it's just that's how the rolls work.
Ask the party.
All right, that's fine.
You want to
That's
wait
fine.
a day or two?
I'll wait a day or two for that.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're looking up. What spell do you want?
Comprehend languages.
Okay. Basically, it's 50 gold plus 25%, so we'll say 60 gold.
Okay.
So just deduct 60 gold from your sheet, and then they'll get it to you in a day or two.
All right.
Cool. Let's go back to the main party, which is Azul, Exodus, Sor, and Delian.
Continuing off of Azul's last question.
I think I should perform the ritual and transform him back to a human.
That was a half elf.
I guarantee his safety. He'll be fine.
The answer is no, little one. Not happening.
I'm offended. All right, you can stay a vampire.
Okay. Accident. Your thoughts? She's
Hey,
been
Ryan, I
purged.
have time.
City is
I doubt people would make magic items specifically for vampires, so I feel we're kind of back into a corner if it comes to traveling.
well.
I want to say Azul, I remember what OX told him. That he should trust the party.
So Azul seems to be kind of stuck. He does not want the ritual to be performed on him. Is that what's going on?
Yep.
Azul is stuck in his ways. So that's like I said, is Azul cannot travel in daytime. So Azul has a couple of choices as Azul the player. He can stay here at the house and wait for the party to come up with some super cure or something, right? Or for whatever to be done, be done. Or you can take the risk and travel with the party. But the party will have to somehow travel, and I don't know how it'll work.
I'd have to buy a carriage and just black out the
Yeah.
I'm,
Totally up
I'm
to you
still
guys.
I'm still with the idea of carrying him like luggage.
in a box. That's
And
so.
It's we have no other option, and as long as the boxes he can stay in until daylight, like nighttime.
But that's fine. I'll just cast daylight into the box. It'll be fine.
We're trying to save him, not roast him.
But you want to be a human now, don't you? Or humanoid? Yeah.
I don't
What is
understand
the
why you won't
humanoid?
let us perform the ceremony. You probably have a pretty good chance returning back to
He was traumatized.
I mean, he did
by
see Thomas turn to ash.
Yeah, but
Painfully
was
so.
already,
Painfully, don't forget
Thomas
that.
was a vampire much longer. Even if you use reason, he was much longer. So
I mean, he still saw him die, and the same
Whatever.
ritual can be done. And
Delia
still
makes
anxiety.
a small point. Maybe Thomas's soul was just too far gone to be brought back, since he was a vampire for longer.
Even the fucking genie couldn't bring it back.
I'm sure a sane man would risk his life.
Sora, make a insight roll.
Do what?
Make an insight roll,
Insight?
buddy. Yeah.
Just a 7.
Okay.
So, excellent. My question. Your answer. Should we leave?
I've got to say, I've found a unique opportunity here for myself. Back when we were going to go with Thomas, I was going to let it be in his hands with Ilarion. But now that that's all gone, I have an opportunity of atonement here for myself.
sainthood.
We have a chance here now to put an end to the appalling trade of slavery. And that's something worth staying for myself.
So you're staying. Okay. You're gonna start bringing change to the city.
Don't get me wrong, Azul. If you wish to seek your path to kingdom of your elves, I will help you with that. But I see little chance in your current state.
I understand. Well, I'm not gonna risk. I will not risk myself. I've seen it fail. I know she will fail again.
Wow, such confidence in my abilities. Oh my god!
So
Don't ask me for any healing.
I think I can help you in my own way. We're not leaving the city anytime soon. And my people live long, and they can do without me for a while. I can help you rebuild the city. After you find it's stable enough, will you help me?
Of course.
So Azul will be feeding you blood every night. So just don't go out into the public, please.
Don't worry.
We can have a blood bank.
We could just get it from livestock. You can drain the blood from that.
I don't think cow blood does it. I think. Well, I don't know exactly.
Does it have to be human blood, Dan?
I don't think it does.
You had the taste for human blood. Roll a d20.
God damn it,
On
Exxon,
a
that's
roll
why I
of
said
10
don't
or
feed
higher,
him.
you have the acquired taste of human blood, and you must drink human blood as the taste of Isha.
Nat 20.
The only way.
Oh, you love human blood.
Drinking anything but human blood is filthy and disgusting.
There is one other way. We could just knock him out and do the
I roll a
ceremony.
nat 20 and I can only
How
drink
I'll do it
blood.
is Azul has to do equivalent to 3d6 necrotic damage per day to a humanoid creature. When he does so, it reduces the hit point max of that creature by the amount rolled.
For the day or perm?
Till the next long rest.
Okay.
He can divide up the dice as he sees fit, though.
All right.
But it's 3d6.
Wow, that's a
terrible.
lot.
Yes, could be a lot worse.
So as I said,
I could go out, kill a couple of bandits, bring it in buckets full.
No, they have to be alive.
What about my idea of just
It has to
knocking
be
him
from
out
the
and doing
neck.
this ceremony?
It don't have to be from the neck. It can be from anywhere in the body.
It has
As long
to
as
be
there's-
on tap, though.
Azul, would
Azul's
you
been
rather have? Would
sitting
you
on
rather
the
have?
bed while he's been talking to Accident, and he stands up and places a hand on his friend's shoulder. I think I thought of a way to help you. Ilarion, she ruled the underground of the city. I think I should take your place.
You would run a criminal organization to help us.
Yes. If we don't fill in the void, something far worse will come in.
Another vampire.
I can't say you're wrong, but I don't believe it's going to be guaranteed either.
I know, but if I have to try. Excellent. Trust me on this. Leave this to me. You'll be up above, helping the people. I'll be down below helping too. Just a dark place.
What the heck?
Dark divide.
The dark divide has been divided. He said the name of
Just had
the
to
show.
say it. I just had to say it.
Classic.
I had to give it some pondering for a little bit.
Does he say this out loud, or is he saying this separately to?
He's just
I
speaking
just
to
said it.
accident, but he's saying it to you guys are there. Sora and Dalian are there.
Okay, kind of interesting.
Honestly, if anyone's going to be down there, it should be someone we at least trust. I agree that it should be someone we know instead of some other power-hungry person. Because the Zoo obviously has its own goals.
So how do you intend to run this organization of yours?
I'm gonna try and connect with Hilario's old contacts. Start with there. And I'll build from what she left over and see what I can do.
Are you any good at actual plotting and conspiracies and thieving stuff?
I'm not the best, I won't lie.
Delian, make an insight roll.
I don't think you're gonna last very long. 27.
Like, we don't know how the new queen will react to this either. If she finds out there's a vampire in the under the crypts.
Well, I sort of could guess that, but
Okay,
I'm
well,
just sort of like
helping you out.
Welcome to Stormbrook, same as the old Stormbrook.
Azul, I'm just a kid, but maybe you want to listen a little bit. You only have this, you have to look at three things here. One, you're a vampire, you can't control your own urges. Two, you don't really know anybody in the underground, so basically they can take advantage of you. And three, I have the perfect way to turn you back to a human. You're rejecting it. I don't really understand.
Kind of remind me of Thomas Viggal.
What?
I'm going to say everybody is now back at the house, correct?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Why do you keep bringing up Thomas Viggal? He's a weak man.
He's kind of reminding me of him since he's like rejecting the cure.
Well, Thomas Viggal was a vampire for much longer, as I said. I really think you should try it. I don't understand why either you want to remain a vampire, which already is suspicious, but there's no way you can take control of that underground. I just don't see it. I mean, unless you have some talent or knack for criminal organizations, which do you have such a knack?
I do, to a certain extent.
You do? Okay. So you're formerly a criminal then?
Part.
You can't make up your mind. Are you formerly a criminal or not?
No. Well, I've done some heinous things part of this dark divide.
Such as?
Trying to steal my eyes.
I killed the king. I wouldn't exactly call that legal.
We all kind of killed the king. I'm not sure that's really... I don't think that's really a crime.
Is Orion back at the?
Yes, I said everybody's back.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
Okay, Orion, if you need any help with languages, I can speak a bunch. And Azul is crazy. Azul is crazy, so I don't know what to do with him.
OX is going to enter the room where Azul's at.
Orion's going to flop the ledger on a table in front of everybody. Open it up. Can anybody read this?
Exodus,
take a look at.
Exodus, you recognize the language, right?
Draconic or Dwarvish?
Remember the language that Ian wrote?
Oh,
Is it?
yeah.
What is language did he speak?
It's abyssal.
No, it was not.
Undercommon.
It's
No.
probably deep.
Gnomish.
I don't remember what it was.
I think it was deep speech or abyssal.
That's correct. As Azul and Exodus think about it a little bit, it's deep speech.
Deep speech is underground. Oh, sorry, underwater, isn't it?
No, it's
it's mind
alien
flayer
kind of
language.
talk for things like beyond space or something like that, like otherworldly beings.
Japanese. It's technically Japanese hentai.
In that case, I'm fluent.
Hilarious.
It's a second language for him.
It is. It is second language for it.
You guys hear a knock on the door.
Or we'll answer it.
Sor answers it. It's a small child with a scroll. For Orion.
Orion, get
Yes.
a scroll for you. I give the little kid a gold piece.
Well,
That's
you
like
got
a
lot
year's worth
Big
of
tipper.
work. Damn.
The kid runs off.
It made bug.
He's like, I can retire. No, I'm just kidding.
I think you can.
Orion,
She dropped the
it's-
child dropped the child act. Just turns into like a 40-year-old man. Thanks, buddy.
I rolled a D20. I rolled an 18. Orion, they finished the scroll of comprehend languages.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Do you want to scribe it
So-
into your book?
Yeah, exactly. So
Do you have the magic ink to scribe it?
probably not.
Roll a d6 plus 1.
Three.
This is how many magical inks. They have 3 levels worth of magic ink at the merchant's place. We make a roll every week for them to restock it, unless you want to buy some, and then they order it in.
All right. So I need one. How much is it?
50 gold, so 60 gold, right? 60 gold to scribe over the scroll.
Alrighty.
Then I think we make an Arcana roll to scribe it over successfully.
All right. Then.
Because it's written in a magical cipher.
Yep.
Let me take a look.
Okay. I do have the gold for that. And I will cast guidance on myself. And then I will go ahead and do my Arcana check.
Okay, you're now guided for the day. So that's the last time you can use guidance.
For the day.
Guidance. I have guidance.
The
A
DC
4
is 10 plus spell level, so you need to roll the Arcana check.
for 11.
You automatically pass since you have a plus
Yeah.
9.
There you go.
So guidance is technically a reaction spell, so you didn't even need to use it unless you're actually failing the ability check.
Okay.
But
So then,
so I'm going to be a nice guy. You're not guided, right? So you didn't need to use
Okay.
it. But you do successfully copy the spell over. It takes an hour though, so I'm going to go rest back to the rest of the party though while you're scribing that over.
So that's my plan. Accident.
I think
Try
it's a
to-
terrible. I think it's a terrible plan accident, but I'm sure you're probably going to say yes.
Make a bit of a tight spot.
But let's get you ordained into the sainthood accident to attract holy warriors to the land.
Let's hold off on that as long as we can.
I don't think Azul should take control of the underworld because that just means we'll have to kill him. And we don't want to go into a PvP situation.
So
Orion
if
looks
you
up from his-
participate,
My nose bleeds. What she said.
Orion looks up from his books and says, I don't think it's a good idea for Azul to remain a vampire, but I also don't think it's a good idea to leave the underground system leaderless, and certainly with us without a finger on it.
We should gain control over it so others don't.
So I think that's 3 votes. Yes.
let me put it this way. I can be a better controller of the underworld than Azul can.
So with how evil this girl is, Jesus.
I'd be the perfect cover. I'd be the perfect cover. They wouldn't suspect a thing.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna have Exodus make an insight roll.
Why?
Or anybody who wants to makes an insight
right,
roll. If
somebody
they're
else.
Proficient.
I'll do it. I'm pretty good at insight.
Except for Azul.
Oh, okay.
I only got a +1, so I'm shit at it.
You have to be proficient in it.
I already rolled mine.
I'm proficient.
Roll again, Delian.
Okay. Hold on just a second. Oh, that's not a good roll. 14.
I mean, the DC is probably kind of low, actually. Maybe like a 12 or a 10. You think that if Azul goes into the underground, like he still has the hunger of Isha, who will die as his bloodlust is satiated.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand what he thinks he can get done, to be honest with you. I'd be the perfect cover for the underworld. They'd be like, hey, we could use the Cardinal to do everything.
If people are going to lose their blood over Azul being a vampire, it might as well be the criminals.
We just send prisoners down there.
Then we have a whole bunch of criminals that are vampires, and that'll take us longer to defeat.
It'll be the whole vampire spawn all over again.
I don't think he can turn people. I think he just kills them.
As long as he kills them, he can transform them.
Yeah, I think you can. I think any vampire can transform, right?
But he doesn't have to kill them.
You don't know that. Once you have a taste of something, you're gonna keep on wanting more and more of it each day.
DM, how would feeding actually work? Which is my question. Will I have to like kill the people I feed from?
Imagine a hunger which is so deep, it's bottomless.
Think of it like a drug. You're addicted to it, and little by little, you're gonna be wanting more and more and more. As the more you keep on sticking with it.
This is so anti-masquerade.
To be quite frank, Azul, you don't know. You don't know how long it can take. In fact, if you go this direction, we'll just make some rolls.
I do.
Sounds like a wisdom thing to me.
Sounds like a wisdom thing. Sounds like wisdom because it's like how much I can hold myself back.
I just have a question out of character. Are you guys trying to make? If you make Azul head of the underworld, will he be available, or is he just going to be playing by himself?
I think that's
He's already got
part of the
played by
group.
himself.
It's just we're all in the city. It's just like so. Exit and Shore aren't going anywhere, and especially Delion. I mean Orin, because he's trying to like really run the city.
Well, I mean, we're trying to.
Huh?
I mean, I'm planning to definitely like go out and get some gold for the city and stuff.
Yeah, we have to go beat the Genie King.
The only thing that Orion's trying to do right now is make good on the promises that were made, and I have some ideas on how to instigate that, start that process. But obviously, when the Queen gets here, it's going to be up to her to take care of it.
So far,
I can
I'm
only do
thinking
what
the Queen is just a figurehead.
I mean, I'll definitely treat this city as like a home base now, but yeah, I'm still gonna be going out. And there's no way you can travel with us if you can't be out in the day. That would be such a pain in the ass.
It could happen. It's just a pain in the ass.
Let me convert.
We can put him in my backpack. He doesn't need to breathe.
Why are you afraid?
So technically speaking, I can throw him in my backpack.
But why is he afraid of doing the ceremony?
I can go in a bag of holding because I don't need to breathe.
Why are
That's
you?
The whole idea we're talking about with the box thing. As long as
Why
the
are you-
sunlight don't affect him, we can use them to travel with.
Why are
Right,
you
but a
afraid
bag
of
of
doing
holding,
the
you don't need a
ceremony?
big box.
Everybody
Yeah,
makes a history roll.
Why are you afraid of doing the ceremony?
So the DC's 20.
Out of character, I think we can
24.
in character. He saw someone die, and you're literally a 14-year-old girl. He doesn't trust you.
Oh, come on, really?
Orion gets it so far. Orion, you had heard of the myth called the Bagman. The Bagman exists. Maybe it was about an adventurer that jumped into a bag of holding and turned into something monstrous. It's just like one of those like Jeepers Creepers type things, though. It could
Oh
be true.
boy, why the Bagman?
You know, it's just like a rumor, though. You know, it's kind of like the crocodiles in the sewers type thing. It could be true, or
We
it's
can
totally
use
false.
Azul as an ambush. Just
It's-
I need to put my
Can I roll
backpack here. One
an
moment.
Can I roll an Arcana check on that historical bit to see if that's even mystically possible?
Sounds like you'd have to go to Ian's study and look into it a little bit more tomorrow.
Oh, I wouldn't know it just off the top of my head, being a wizard and all.
I don't think anyone
sure,
would
we'll
ever
say
think to
DC
know
25.
that.
Yeah, it's like a very off thing. We'll say DC 25. We'll give him a shot.
Oh,
That's something definitely
Never
you
mind.
like, look up. You know,
Could go
while
try
you're
it,
wizarding.
I just Google that.
So what I'm going to do, we're kind of at the end of the first day, guys. So I'm just going to like move the story along a little bit. We're on day 2. Azul has decided he's so far been pretty resistant to the idea of having the ritual turned on to him. I'm going to just go around, though. So I'm going to add, we go through a long rest again, right, guys? Orion, the guy comes by later, though. Does our party want to give any money to him to begin a census?
can we give him like 100 gold? It shouldn't cost more than that.
Since this happened an entire city, I don't know.
I
you
got
have to do-
one
like
gold
31,000.
piece to my name. I can't help
Oh,
it.
I was going to ask you, are you going to include the census Brittonburg, or whatever this little town is outside of Stormbrook?
And also, I
wondering
wanted to
about
point
that.
out we still haven't named our home base yet.
It's
Yeah,
South
we do-
Tune, isn't
It's just base.
it? Base.
Home.
Good job, base. You've done well protecting us.
I don't think that's that critical right now. Let's stick
Man,
it up.
if only it was
As-
sunlight sensitivity.
This is why
and
it's
not
so
As-
difficult
as
on
both
these
have-
like these,
vulnerability
Asbo, do
to
we
sun.
know how much it would cost to do a census? I mean, realistically, we're talking about 30,000 people, not, a huge population, but large.
let's say a base 300 gold pieces, and then if you pay them more, you start to get advantage on rolls.
OX3 is going to open up the wrist and drop you 100-piece gold.
I'll give him 150.
So here's
Oh.
another 150.
Put in another 100.
Okay, so that's
That's
350.
350.
Is that you guys want to pay any more?
No,
Okay.
I don't think it should cost that much.
Well, well, it is what it is. The captain is just recruiting other people, scryers and things. They're basically going door to door to try to figure out, general questions. How many people are here? You kind of were asking about, you want to know age groups and things?
Right.
Okay. Anything else?
Gender, age groups. If we're going door to door, we might as well get
Their
race.
401k.
Yep. But yeah, that's good enough, honestly.
Okay. We're on the second day, so everybody goes through a long rest. Like I said, Azul has been resistant to it. I'm going to go around the table. Otherwise, we're just going to wait a week and Nona Viggal arrives.
I actually have a few more things to do.
Sure. Let's go to Azul and the rest of the group first, though. I'm just going
Okay.
kind of clockwise around the table.
That's fine.
So here's the thing. If you guys get to a point where, like, I've done everything I want to do, we're just going to go to day 10 when Nona arrives, correct? Because that's kind of the next event. Unless, of course, you guys want to just get up and fucking leave.
I'd like to do like a routine thing toward the end of the day. I'd like to do scrying of Nona to make sure she's okay on the way.
Okay. You go back to the Abbey, correct?
Yeah.
And you do the scrying on her?
Yeah, per day at the end of the day, so that I can get the long rest anyway.
Yes, so we'll do it at the end of today because we did it yesterday, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go to Azul. Do you want to do anything else over the next 10 days? It's pretty difficult. You're awake at night in the house, kind of standing guard. I'm assuming you're not trying to get out and leave. Are you trying to escape at all?
Me as well?
Yeah.
Definitely. Once night hits the previous day, he'll start getting to trying to take over the place that Ilarion left.
So you want to leave the house, right? And basically leave the party, correct?
Not the
Can I
party.
follow
I'm trying
behind
to
him?
help the party.
Or
you
you're
know?
sneaking out, and then you go take. Have you make an investigation roll?
I'm pretty good at those.
I'm gonna cast Dawn on this whole.
Players play.
Flashbang!
20.
At night, you find something in the crypts of Valerian. You feel like a strange sensation called to you. Strange indeed. What does it feel like to you, Azul?
If it's a strange feeling I don't know about,
A familiar feeling.
Familiar feeling.
You walk through the empty
Champion
crypts.
Dagger, I got that shit.
Well,
You think
I
back
do know
to
what's in the crypts, which is the altar of the goddess, the huntress.
That's right.
I know she's not an evil god. It's just she was prayed to by an evil person. She's goddess of the moon and the hunt. I think, right?
Define evil.
Well, evil is doing harm for the sake of pleasure. Doing asshole moves just to be an asshole.
OX3.
It feels pretty good though when you drink the blood. Is that evil?
I need that to survive. It's not evil. You blame a chicken if it eats a bug?
Yep.
No.
You
can
follow
play
the intuition that you have past the Shrine of Valerian. The candles now dwindle down to wax. The crypts forgotten beneath this and the cairns of Stormbrook are totally empty.
I walk over to the altar.
You see perfectly now with your eyes of a vampire. They glow into the darkness, and you try to see whenever you pass by a mirror or a reflection of puddles or water. No one can see your reflection.
Oh wow. Okay, so I got a lot of flaws.
Don't worry, we'll let you know how ugly you are.
And
You look like shit.
your intuition feels something familiar.
Grooming.
You take a look around. This must have been something Valerian kept. Just in case, maybe. A crypt. You feel it. The feeling of something familiar. The Deepwood is there.
Goes to it.
You run your fingers across it. The crypt rattles a little bit.
What the fuck?
It senses your presence too, maybe.
This is a coffin that I'm feeling familiarity to my forest home?
Yeah.
So weird. As he touches it and it rattles, he like retracts his hand and then looks over it. Where is this crypt at? Like near the shrine?
No, it's kind of farther away from there. Kept to like one of the ambiguous areas of the many dead that were buried here maybe long ago, before the Great Fires came.
And this crypt is closed, correct?
It's been locked from the outside.
Alright, I use my thieves' tools to open it.
No roll required. You're skillful enough to unlock it.
Alright.
You unlock it. Do you open it?
I don't open it. I check for traps, because Valerian was smart.
Roll an investigation roll.
I just have a feeling something bad's gonna happen. That's right.
27.
There's no traps. You don't see any strings or anything like that. You put your ear up next to it. You hear something.
Well, now, Jehovah's Witnesses in that box. Damn.
I opened the box.
It's something familiar. You open it up and the horror is there. Perhaps this wretched thing was once human, but the hunger has replaced its humanity. Its withered body seems composed of little more than bruised skin and stretched over sinew and bone. Its bulbous belly juts out and sloshes from side to side, as it moves within the coffin. Filth and gore stain its claw-like hands and wizened face, and eyes as black as pitch weep as tarry substance. Its eyes are dark, pitch black, as a black tongue slithers from its fanged mouth and licks its cracked lips. You recognize the face, Azul. Who is it?
No fucking way.
Huh?
Father?
It's your father.
Congratulations, you're related to that ugly thing.
As I see the bastard I've been looking for in this insufferable state.
He looks at you, barely recognizes you.
I pull out my dagger and I stab at him.
You like slit his throat?
Yeah, I end this fucker.
Damn, what a family reunion. You finally met your puppy, and you just like, where's my child? Where's the child support?
I don't know if you were there for this session, but Thomas mentioned that sometimes when vampires are turned, it doesn't work all the time. Apparently, Valerian was right. Or Thomas was right. Your father was a failed turning. And she kept him here maybe for you, to show you.
As like the deed is finally done, his blade is coated with whatever ichor is of his father. He just, like slams the coffin closed and like just wanders over the shrine, you know, and like I guess he prays. He's feeling lost now that he's a vampire. He can't really be with his group because the sun is too powerful, and he's just praying for either he becomes strong enough to resist the light or weak enough that it doesn't hurt him. And he prays that wherever his father went, that is in the deepest part of hell.
A dark wind blows throughout the chamber. An uneasy wind, impossible to be here. You feel the presence of something strange and evil. But you're alone. The crypt is silent. Let's go to the rest of the party. So, I mean, it's the next day. So, I mean, what are you guys going to do? Let's go to Ox.
Ox is performing maintenance.
Okay. So, do you want to do anything else over the next, 10 days?
Pretty much perform maintenance to make sure this hand won't break too quickly. Follow Delia around to make sure she ain't touch liquid, get near any boys, and to make sure she does her homework, clean behind her ears, and to make sure she eats her vegetables. So a whole bucket full of Brussels sprouts just for her, uncooked.
Are you proficient in Tinker's tools?
No.
You have no way to do the maintenance on yourself.
You're also missing an arm, so you just kind of...
He has the arm, guys, but if he rolls a natural one, it breaks.
I have jeweler skills, so I'll decorate him with jewels.
Just like a little.
All I got is brewer supply, so his chest cavity can produce ale, dwarves, carpenter tools, and smithing tools. So when I'm doing maintenance, he's pretty much just adding small pieces of armor into it just to make sure it doesn't fall off or break too easily. He doesn't have the skills to make delicate shit.
Should we make a roll then?
Yeah, sure.
Roll a d20. If you roll a 10 or lower, the arm breaks. Because you're not proficient in Tinker's tools.
1.
The arm breaks. You only have one active arm now. As you try to repair it, you crack it. What do you want to do, Orion?
Orion goes up to Ox. I can't do anything about this today, but come see me tomorrow. I'll help you.
Here we go.
Well, even with
Accident.
one arm, he's still going to do his duties to make sure Dalian is safe by making sure keeping on her like a fucking like a fly on
I'm
the
gonna
wall.
use guidance on stealth and disappear so he doesn't find me.
You turn invisible. Okay. Too bad. I don't
Well,
think you can cast.
He's going to
invisibility.
destroy the entire place to finding you, and all billings go.
Sorry. Accident. What do you want to do, bud? Azul is gone for the night, but he comes back, I'm assuming, to the house, or does Azul stay in the crypt?
The house does have a room without windows.
Once Zul is done with this, like his prayer, he.
So Azul is
I think
missing
he
in the morning?
stays- Huh?
He's missing, right? He's staying down there?
He's staying down there because he's like a mess of like where his mindset is.
Sure. Azul,
Mm.
accident, Azul is missing.
I'm not going to be concerned about it for one day.
Okay.
Then I still want to keep my eye out for that one guard. If I ever come across him, if he's still around, or if he did, or I don't know if he died. In
And
the
make
battle
an
or not.
investigation roll, sure.
All right. 18.
You find him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm
is he-
assuming because you rolled high, you know. So yeah, sure. He's there. You find him. He's one guy. He's guarding. He's been patrolling the city with another guard. So it's him and another guard. Can you believe it, Lord Accident? They haven't paid us. I wish I would have taken you up on that slave offer you were talking about the other day.
About that, I've had some unfinished business with you.
Hey,
Yeah.
I pointed at the other guard. Get back. I don't know if you had any involvement with this fool, but
He takes a
this
step
one,
back, you know, just kind of like.
I find you guilty of racketeering in the slave trade as vassal to the Regent King. What do you say?
Slavery is legal here, Lord Accident.
Not for long. Do you know what the punishment is for such a heinous crime?
It's not a crime, it's legal here.
Get on your knees.
Make an intimidation roll.
That one.
Let's go.
You kind of like you're like raise your maul at him, right?
I switched to the greatsword.
You have a greatsword, so you switch.
Plain greatsword, not a +1.
Okay, you just like lift your greatsword up. You're dressed in the armor of the Summercans, and he's kind of just kneels to you. He's like, "Show mercy."
Do you remember the first time you met me?
A crowd kind of begins to gather around this, by the way.
Fine with that.
Okay.
Do you remember the first?
I do not recall. He kind of is just like scared, you know.
I came from a backwoods town with a little girl in tow, and you attempted to swindle her to sell her into slavery. You remember that?
There's many girls that come through. They don't have fathers or mothers.
So you profiteer off of their circumstances for your own gain.
I'm innocent. Show mercy. It's not a crime.
Is it not a crime to kidnap a lost child? To sell them into destitute and despair?
If you wish to change the laws, Lord Accident, it's within your powers. Speak to the Regent King.
Is there like any stump nearby or anything?
God.
Sure, we'll say there's a stump.
Oh, you're going to execute him.
I'm gonna drag him over the stump and throw his head down over it.
No!
Can
Stop,
I-
Lord Accident!
can OX watch?
No.
Oh, come on.
Accident's by himself doing this thing.
OX would please. It would please OX.
If you move, it will be far worse for you. What do you have to say for yourself?
Make a performance roll to try to sway the crowd.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you beat it. I also roll a natural 20. But I have a flat bonus, so I don't beat you.
All right.
The Exodus says, the crowd says, you hear some of the crowd people that say, slavery is wrong. Destroy him, Exodus.
Do it.
What
Kill him.
would be your last words?
Commies, show me mercy.
And I will lift up my sword, and I will swing it down just in front of his head, past him.
You hear the whoosh of the sword. The great sword goes in front of his helmet. You look down at his pants, past his chainmail. He's like soiled himself.
Now, I don't suppose you'll be making a mistake twice now, is that so?
He kind of gets up and he's like, no.
Good. Praise be to Matel.
Praise be to Matel.
And I'll walk away.
Roll a d20.
All right.
If you
What
roll
was the
a
deity?
10 or higher, he begins to believe in Matel.
Matel.
He becomes sort of like religious or whatever.
He found God.
There's the other two.
Sor, what do
What
you want
Ox
to do?
was saying earlier.
Let's go to Sor. What does Sor want to do?
Thor is waiting to hear words from any of the criers or the people that come by.
Roll a
After you send word
d20,
out.
right? We talked about this. Every day you roll a d20.
Yep.
The criers have been paid in full for the week, so they're out there doing it throughout the streets. 15. Let's take a roll on that table I created.
It's a hirelings tier 1 or tier 2.
If you roll like a 19 or 20, that would be on the
Ooh.
tier 2.
Okay. I got a 6.
Well,
Which
I'll
is
roll
a-
it for you, buddy.
Oh, okay.
So wait, Sor, what are you
Hey,
doing?
I also rolled a 6. It's a paladin, a 3rd level paladin.
Matel is the god of forgiveness. Okay.
He arrives to the house Sor. You get to decide what he looks like, who he or she is. It is a hireling. How I'm going to do it is for each level they are, we'll say times 2, and that's how many gold pieces they need per day for them to stay in your service.
So
Does that make
6
sense?
gold a day for
Yeah,
him.
it's 6 gold a day. He demands to be paid a week in advance. So they're paid weekly. We handle all the maintenance stuff weekly. You pay him now?
Sure. Why not?
What do you want him to do?
At the moment, I will just have him guarding the
Or her.
house.
He's guarding the
I'll-
house.
I'll make some notes about what I want them to do while you do everything else.
Yeah, I mean, he's equivalent to like, they do have these NPC templates we can use, but it's one of those things where you create these hirelings as you get higher level like you guys are, and it is what it is. Delian, what else do you want? What does Delian want to do?
I'm going to cast a divination as a ritual spell to find out, if
What divination spell are you casting?
just a regular divination, the 4th level.
Okay.
But it would predict the future about 7 days in advance. I just want to find out if what's his name, Azul, evolves into some sort of evil creature and we need to destroy him.
So this is a more powerful spell than Commune, right? Basically.
No, commune's actually more powerful. Divination is just a kind of like a single
A
question.
goal, event, or an activity will occur within
Yeah.
7 days. So it's like foreseeing the future.
Yeah, foreseeing the future.
Intense coils around you as you complete the words you've memorized so dutifully. Your offerings, meager though they may be, vanish into the wind. Let's take a
I
look.
wish to see into the future and to see if Azul will prove to be a danger to our party.
You have to offer up incense and a sacrificial fine offering, which is up to you. It must be worth at least 25 gold. So you can offer up 25 gold, right, to complete the spell.
Okay.
So it requires a spell material component to be consumed. It vanishes into the wind like embers from the campfire. For a moment, nothing happens, but every hair stands at an end as you realize you're not alone. Something, a presence, waits nearby, and you can ask it a single question. So you asked the question about Azul.
Yeah, I asked the question of Azul.
Azul
Will
has
he
been
prove to be a threat in the future, harm any of us?
the touch of darkness can affect mortals in the strangest ways. It is not safe for the spawn of evil to walk the earth.
Okay.
And the presence, the hair on the back of your neck fades away. Have you seen the movie The Shining, Delian? Or not the Smile, the new Smile movie, I mean, that came out.
Well, actually, I haven't seen a Smile movie.
I think it's out in Korea. It's like you see that woman smiling in the corner kind of thing. It's just like fucking really freaky, you know? You see that movie, yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. She's like in the darkness, like standing over there and like whispers something at you. Anto, what do you want to do, bud?
Well, I'm going to see if I can find specifically, if possible, a goblin from the mercenaries' shields.
Make an
With the
investigation roll with advantage. You're looking for someone in your platoon or previous mercenary group?
Previous, yes.
In the story, in the background of Zin, so we're going to have to make a few rolls here, depending on what happens.
I got a 20.
Natural or dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
So we'll make the hotness roll right now, right, Delian? So are these super evil goblins? Or are they just like, you know, run-of-the-mill goblins, Anto? We'll let the dice decide. If you roll a 10 or higher, it's good for you. A 10 or lower, they're the evil cannibalistic goblins.
You said 10 or for both of them.
10 or below. Yeah, so just have them roll. We'll just see what's up. 10 is good, though.
Just a normal D20, right?
Yes. Hot goblins or evil goblins. We're going to have basically hot goblins / neutral goblins. The people, at least in Stormbrook, though, are very untrustworthy of goblins, as most goblins, orcs, and these types of creatures have been touched by the darkness. But let's just say there's a sect of goblins that weren't. But they're still pretty, you know, evil. I don't know, evil, like they want to work for money, right?
No,
You know?
goblins, yeah.
And, you know, there's probably a few of them that are like what Delian showed. Like, they're kind of cute. I don't know. Whatever you want to do.
Cute goblins.
You know, big boobas.
Little fae. Aren't goblins
Looking to
fae?
make a little extra cash.
Yeah, aren't goblins fae? Aren't goblins fae?
No, they're evil little
No,
demon
they're
creatures.
not.
They're goblinoids.
We can make them fae.
Until you meet a goblin. Hey, what's going on,
We're
boss?
paying them.
All right, little goblin.
Hey, you can
I
call
got a
me Snot.
proposition. All right, Snot. This is so stupid. Snot.
So stupid.
Hey,
I'm
pretty
gonna-
smart for Snot.
I bet you are. Yes, Snot. So I need you to take this message and send it to the chief. We need mercenaries here to help us guard this place. Do you think you guys are willing to help us out? We're willing to pay.
Roll a d20.
And a favor. And a favor.
Okay, actually, I'll make it a little better. Roll 2d20. That's how many goblins will be willing to serve in Stormbrook as mercenaries.
2d20s.
Yes. But the problem is, if any of the goblins work here, since they are goblins, any kind of roll, whatever it may be, like a morale roll or something, is made at disadvantage to hold the peace. Because, I mean, the people of Stormbrook are very... imagine you're, like, in Poland, and then suddenly you realize, like, oh, the Germans are going to be back here.
So they're technically the French. Oh, shit, we surrender. We're out of here.
So I'll roll 2d20s
That's
for
correct.
persuasion
How many?
with disadvantage.
Well, just roll 2d20 right now.
Okay, just flat. Okay.
Yes, and this is how many goblins are at the ready. 18. So we have 18 goblins. We'll use the goblin stat block. And they can fill in for guards. They can be summoned out and be here within, let's say, 3 or 4 days.
So they're cutie goblins.
They're not totally evil. But like I've been telling you, Anto, it's your company. You were doing the best you could. I mean, but goblins are just, you know, they're goblins.
Yeah. hard to work with them.
Very hard. And people kind of hate him.
Cutie
The fact that they are
gatos.
delicious as well.
Is there anything else you want to do,
Huh?
Anto?
Delicious.
Well, if the
Tastes like
thing with the
chicken.
goblins is all good, I'm gonna go towards the front of that. Is it what a mansion? Is it
Yes, the House of Votun.
the house? Yeah, I'm gonna go to the front. And I'm gonna sit on one of the chairs right in front of there. Just let the day go by.
Smoke some pipe and just enjoy life.
Yeah.
Nice. Orion.
All right.
You're dead last. I'm sorry, buddy. That's the way it works.
Yeah, I don't care. So first thing that I would have done, I probably would have done it the night before, but first thing I would have done is start translating that ledger.
Okay, so here how it works is, did you scribe the spell scroll over?
I did.
Yeah, we rolled a successful Arcana roll. Did you
Right.
cast the comprehend language
So
then?
I will do it as a ritual, yes.
Okay, cool. So you add that to your spell book, right?
Right.
Cool. Did you also buy the other magic inks or just the one magic ink?
I just bought the one.
Okay. So you cast comprehend languages. What are you trying to derive from the ledger? What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to understand what information's there, but at the end of the day, I'm looking to see what the accounting has as the current status of the treasury.
The treasury was pillaged by the Dark Divide. To simply put, Exodus pillaged whatever coin was in the treasury, including any artifacts that Ian had come into possession, right? Now
Was
you guys,
that the
yes, that was the treasury. So
Okay.
all the money has
So we
been
blame
pillaged by
that to
Exodus.
accident.
But you do find information about taxation and things like that. The taxation in these times mostly comes in through people just coming in through the. It's basically a tariff. So
Mhm.
all the ships being docked right now, all taxes are being collected. I'm going to say the merchants are not stupid. They know that you're the Regent King and that any taxes are being put in layaway, and so there is money being collected.
Okay.
Again, we make a roll weekly to determine that money, to determine how much money is collected through tariffs, but it's got to be quite a bit of money. And the merchants are making a lot of money here, but there's no audit per se. And the guards, there's no harbor master.
Yeah, that's the problem.
A lot of the guards have just been killed. This is what happens when a bunch of murder hobos go into a large city and kill all the guards.
Accident.
I mean, this is what it is. This is the adventure. I'm going to go. Is there anything else you want to do, Orion? I mean, basically, you have this journal. You can make some roll with advantage if you want to do something. If you want to instigate the tax policies or shift the resources. But
So yeah, before the week is over, I'm definitely going to implement some new tax policies and make some decrees. But that doesn't need to happen today. Before the day is over, I will study in my spell book and I will switch out one of my spells so that I have the mending cantrip for tomorrow.
okay, and you want to help out Ox.
Exactly.
Cool. So this is what I'm going to do: is every day I go around the table. That's a day, until we just run out of ideas from the party. I'm assuming.
Well,
I'm going to go back to Azul. I'm going to add a day of time, just to kind of push the story along. If that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna, if I can I track Azul or can I follow him around?
Well, where is Azul right now?
If it's the next day,
Yes.
he's probably still in the crypt during the daytime.
That fucking goblin picture.
If I see Azul, I'm gonna start tailing him.
Azul right now, I'm assuming, is in the crypt. He's lost. People probably know that he maybe went to the crypt. It's on day 2, though. And this is just, I'm opening it up. What does Azul do? Or are we just letting time pass by and you want to build up your criminal enterprise?
Want to build up the criminal enterprise, but like every day he'll pray to the shrine that's there, that maybe God, if the God blesses him, maybe
You serve the god Isha now? You started the goddess Isha, goddess of the hunt.
Chaotic neutral.
Well, he's gonna
His god
turn
that
evil.
he worshipped was killed, back in the day.
Isha's not
And
evil.
Isha's not an evil goddess.
Yeah,
She's
chaotic
just
neutral.
a huntress.
Yeah, but you saw what Isha did to the vamp coin. She was so hard set of molesting,
Azul,
ravaging, and maybe pegging Exodus.
it's kind of like a role with Sora that we'll do. You like scour the streets at night, looking for thugs to kind of maybe join your thing, join the group. It's an investigation role as you're kind of going around the streets looking for people to join your cause.
For not perception, investigation.
Investigation, because you're searching, asking questions, things like that.
15.
We'll say you find like someone who's equivalent to a guard or a thug. There actually is a thug stat block, I believe. Yeah, you find a thug.
Can I try to get advantage by, using... I'm pretty sure Alarian had her own little private area where she kept important documents and other stuff like that. She had to keep, running the enterprise from this crypt. So there has to be a whole bunch of stuff that, because we killed everybody, no one's touched it. So I'm hoping that I can use what's ever in the crypt to help me out.
I'm going to say no roll is required. Last night you went back to like where she was up in the crypt. There was also a chest. I believe Orion had the chest, so you don't have those documents. Orion does in his bag of holding.
I had the bag of holding.
Yes, but you died. And
your stuff has been taken.
You were dead, and
Orion,
Orion, yes,
so he took my bag of holding.
Yes, and I added the loot to the sheet, which hopefully is being spent wisely by the party.
Okay, then definitely I would sneak and grab the documents.
You try to sneak in at
You
night.
could just
and
ask for it.
You want to sneak in and steal the thing from Orion?
Oh, you know what?
You're gonna have to
I could just ask
pickpocket
for
because
it.
I'm wearing it.
Yeah, he's wearing the haversack.
And he's
Wait, the
technically a
bag-
tiny little
I-
fucker. He's like
I thought I took the
yay
bag of
high.
holding.
How the hell are you gonna sneak that?
By the way, Azul, that is correct. Exodus now has your bag of holding
Oh, okay.
because you were technically dead, and so they took your. Basically, they did like any good adventurer did. They looted you.
All right.
We wanted to teabag you too, but the peasant took you away.
Look, I didn't want to go through three
Here's what I'm going to
sessions
do,
getting a bag of holding.
Azul. You've asked a question. I've answered it. We did the roll with the thug. I'm just trying to push the story forward. So you have a thug, right? I'm going to go to Ox. Ox, you get your stuff mended by Orion today, so your arm is back. And he spends the day mending you up a little bit.
But Ox is going to take out that he remembers from that. Just thinking about it, the dagger of Larian. He's going to take it out.
Do you want to sell it?
Pretty much place it on the table, and he's going to ask the Ryan, "Can this be useful for the city?"
Well, certainly we could sell it and get gold for it and use that gold. So in that sense, absolutely. Perhaps we should choose someone a little bit more charming than I to speak with the traders and obtaining the best possible price.
Hey, I'll go.
Then I will go.
What? What? Are you kidding?
Use wisdom, my guy.
I have
It's charisma.
I have massive charisma. I don't know why you don't want to take me.
You cannot be trusted outside
What are you talking about?
until I can find child-proof locks.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Child-proof.
Delian has
paths.
to coronate Exodus today, anyways. In his
So,
sainthood.
Am I coordinating him or am I ordaining him?
Ordaining him. That's correct.
so far, I'm going to take the dagger, and pretty much I'm going to go into the gnomes.
You want to sell to the gnomes?
They other than selling to a merchant, I think the gnomes might appreciate a dagger like this. They can turn into something else, or I don't know. reforge it.
You want this? You want gold for it?
How
How much did I say? Did I tell you how much it was worth, or you want me to tell you?
You never told me how much it was.
Okay, so now I'm going to go into my enchantment creator and tell you.
Uh,
So I'm going to type in dagger, right?
mhm.
And then I'm going to type in, this has
Dag-
2 enchantments. This has a returning, or weapon of returning.
Yeah.
And then it has a +1 enchantment. It is worth 7,152 gold. Actually worth a lot.
Yeah. So I will.
You want
I
to sell
will-
it?
What was that number?
I just put it in our chat.
Hey, did we all have 9,000 gold? Because Mr. Ox here seems to have a lot of gold.
Do you sell it to them, Ox?
Yeah, I'm gonna sell it to them and see if they can reforge it.
Do you give the gold to Orion?
Yep.
Okay. So Orion, add that amount of gold to the character sheet.
You got it.
Or to the party loot. I'm going to go to accident now.
The reason why I didn't sell it to the merchants, because first of all, it was in the possession of Ilarion. We don't know what the hell she done with it. Second of all, it could have some dark meaning to it, because she was adamant on stabbing Exodus with it, with sensual Mexican styles, meaning aiming for the kidneys or the butt cheeks. And we need the money right quick.
Let's go to accident. Accident. What do you want to do, man?
So Azul still has to come back. Definitely is on my mind, but still gonna wait another day.
Okay.
And I want to trade in my maul for a greatsword. So the
Plus
+1
one?
for a +1. Yeah. if
So
I
they
can
just
do
have to
that.
pay the margin difference.
What's the margin difference?
I will tell you.
Okay.
So let's take a look here. I'm just going to use the +1 enchantment, which is 1,000, so 250 gold.
Okay.
Roll a d20 to see if they have it on hand. They do not, so they have to get it enchanted, and all the enchanters are busy enchanting Ox's
Oh
things.
my god. All right. Never mind.
Unless you want to pay double, then they'll
No.
put a rush order out.
No, I don't want to pay double.
Okay.
Still, you're gonna have to wait 8 weeks.
Yeah.
for that, right?
So yeah, I really don't want to do this ordaining, but
You'll be
Wait, hold on. Is
you'll be
yeah.
great, Saint Accident.
since
Don't worry.
I want to see if I can give something to Exodus.
Ox is
Go
everywhere.
ahead, Ox.
He's like the robot that's still operating everywhere.
Yeah, I wanted to do this before I left. I'm not sure. I wasn't sure if you
Little
were
short
still in the
circuit.
building.
We're going to say you forgot. So let me go back to accident.
Okay.
all right. So yeah, I guess I'll fucking get ready for this
Let's
ordination.
do a little scene. What does it look and sound like, Delian, as you begin? We gather outside the Church of Meetle. I can load the map. Did you guys want me to load the Church of Meetle for you guys?
We have a choir sing praises to the Saint of Accident, and we dress him in nice white robes, and everything is wonderful.
How the hell are you gonna dress OX?
The bishop comes to accident. I'm so glad you changed your mind.
He's gonna grab the paint
What
can and just
what made
splash
you
himself.
decide to serve? What made you decide to serve Meetle as a saint?
Times of necessity.
Can we rename the church to Church of Saint Accident now?
No.
What should we call it, Accident? It's still the Church of Meetle?
Keep it neutral.
Delian, you begin. What's the ritual to turn him into essentially a saint?
I guess I would douse him with holy water, praise his god Metal. Is that it, Metal?
Yeah.
And then make sure that this will be the new church consecrated to the saints of Metal, which will include you. So we'll rename the church not the Church of Saint Exodus, but the Church of the Saints of Metal, like the Church of the Latter-day Saints, you know?
Nice.
Okay. So, you're trying to attract knights, essentially, right? Or fighting men to the cause. Let's have Exodus makes the roll. He can make a roll of his choosing. He makes it with advantage. It has to make sense to attract knights to the cause. Maybe people in the crowd itself, as you're trying
And
to
like
gather
a motivating
people.
speech.
Yeah, something. I don't know. I'm just throwing it back to Exodus to see what he wants.
Guidance.
I can give him advantage if he wants to do a roll.
He already has advantage on the roll.
Guidance.
Or advantage.
Guidance is fine too. Then let's do
Guidance.
guidance.
Intimidation or deception? Let's go with deception.
Okay, I'll do guidance. So
Well,
you have
let's see
D4.
it. Let's see him roll it first to see where he gets at.
Oh my god.
Well,
Well, let's get that guidance on it.
I'm gonna say there's one guy. He's a guard. It's not like anybody in particular. Did you roll
there
pretty
goes that
low?
plan.
And you're trying to see him. He's like, I wish to see the light exiting. And basically, there's a guard that will. Basically, he just needs food and water, right? And he doesn't need to be paid. So I'm going to go to our little world builder sheet they had, and I'll add another guard, I guess, down here.
Does the guidance help that at all?
No, it does not, because you just
All
rolled
right.
2 natural 2s. Let's go to Sor.
Wow.
Sor, this is day 2. Are you going to roll again for the criers?
1,400.
I will, yes.
Yeah,
I'm kind
roll.
of keeping track of. I'm naming all the people and
Awesome.
stuff.
Yeah, this helps me for the downtime stuff, guys, when we get really broad here. By the way, I'm only going to do 15 minutes more of downtime, and then we're just going to go to day 10. That's cool with you guys.
Can I still meet up with Exodus and give him the
So
item?
17.
So we're going to actually roll. I said 18 or higher, you get to roll in the next tier. Correct?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But you get to. You definitely get a. We're looking for spellcasters. This is a first level sorcerer.
Nice.
Some type of. It's not a mage, but it's like an acolyte. That would be like the equivalent stat block. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. Some type
I'm
of-
making their little character sheets just so I can have a reference.
Yes, you get to name them, choose their race, whatever you want to do with them, too. You just
I'm going to
can't-
keep it mostly human
You cannot
because the
choose.
city's kind of.
It's not just straight human. The population is 50% human, but there's a lot of variation. But no exotic race. I'll make it easy for you. You can only choose from the basic races.
Basic races.
Yeah. Just basic stuff from like the player's handbook. So no like super exotic races like air ganassis and things like that. Delian, you've coronated him. I'm going to go to Anto.
All right.
Are you just chilling, Anto?
No, well, this is another day, so I'm going to see if I can find like a carpenter
Okay.
around town.
Yeah, you find a
And-
carpenter.
So I want to see if I can get a 2x2 wooden plank and see if we can also on the side of it, see if we can carve some sort of like a rather small heart shape with a circle in the middle, right in the center of it.
2 silver.
2 silver. Yeah, I'll get that.
Okay, you pay him 2 silver, mark it on the sheet,
Mm-hmm.
and he hands you this kind of like lovely, ornate, it's varnished. You know, who's on the love thing? Is it just names or anything, or is it just like a piece of decoration?
Don't worry about it. I'll let you know.
Okay, all right. Orion.
This is
It's for Delia. Love Anto.
Awesome.
What?
Orion?
So, first order of business, after the coronation or the sainthood of Exodus,
Ordainment, I guess is the
ordainment, thank you. Orion will go up to Exodus, assuming we're at the house or the manor now.
Yes.
Most excellent Saint Exodus.
Just call me Exodus.
Saint Exodus.
I've been doing some background work on the financials for the kingdom. And in my search, it has come to my attention that all the finances have been looted. And do you have any idea where all the fingers pointed?
Oops.
Where would that be?
Saint Lord Ratbag.
I think Your Holiness knows the answer to that question. So my question to you is this something that the Dark Divide is planning to hold on to? Are we going to help the city? Are we going to return all or some of it? What is the plan?
Now, where was this looted from? As I only took what was from Ian's study.
Apparently, everything that was in Ian's study was the treasury.
So we're broke.
I take out my share of what was that? Share of gold, which is 1,000 gold, and I give it to Orion.
There's the treasury.
This simply won't last.
What about that 7,000?
That was my share. Now, if we want to hunt down Arno and Adeline for the rest, I'm down for that.
Do you think that they had a significant larger portion?
I'm not sure what his bank is at these days, but I'm sure he's been accumulating a little.
There's nothing at the vaults at this point in time, although I am sure the merchants are holding some significant funds that has not been taxed by an official king or queen up to this point. I'm sure that the confusion has been to their interests, shall we say. It does appear to me that we should start making some visitations on these merchants to collect those taxes. And I would be much obliged for some assistance in that regard. Additionally, words going around is that you wish to end slavery. If we're going to accomplish that, I believe there's someone that we need to speak with, Mr. Rashad El Ahmad.
My favorite person.
Actually, my favorite NPC out of character, though.
It is my understanding that not only does he own the Shaking Boulder, but he also is largely in control of the slave trade in Stormbrook. Any thoughts?
Pragmatic. We can come to an agreement to phase it out over time, as I imagine ending it overnight would be far too much of an economic shock to the city.
I'm inclined to agree. Thank you very much for your time. Orion shoves the bag of gold back to Exodus. I'm not sure that this is going to be enough to make a difference, but if something comes up where we need immediate gold, I may come back to you and ask for assistance.
My gold is the city's.
And I'll take the bag back.
I can imagine that it is in no safer hands than yours then.
Exodus gets to name what is the name of the Order of the Knights Exodus is forming.
Let me get back to you.
He also has to determine a crest.
Oh my god.
Anto is a pretty good artist, so maybe he can come up with something.
On that note, I go around to the household and ask each person what their vote is in terms of the name of the house, since so far we've gotten House of was it Voltune?
House of
Voltune, House of Steel, and what was the other one? Right? I mean, Delian?
Grim something, right?
No, you had come up with some name that you wanted it to be called. I forgot
House
what
of
it was.
Accident.
I don't think so. Not for accident.
Do you guys want to call the house a different name, or are we keeping it as the House of Voltune is what Orion is asking for?
I think it was like some sort of release or something, or safety, not even, but it's okay. You can name whatever you want.
Well, the house.
Haven?
Okay, House of Voltune and Haven is on the docket. Anybody else have any other Ideas.
Dawn's
Still
Heart.
vote.
I'm still with the House of Iron.
That's
It was
still
House of
vote.
Steel
House of
Ox.
vote
Oh,
too.
House of Steel, yeah.
Sora wants to keep it as the House of Votun.
It was my suggestion, after all.
All right, then
Dawn's
let's put
Heart
it to a
is my
vote.
suggestion.
What was that?
Dawn's Heart.
All right, let's put them all to a vote. All those in favor of Dawn's Heart? Azul, you have to raise your hand. It's your idea. Oh, Azul, are you even there?
Oh,
Are
no.
you even there?
No,
No.
not the.
Your suggestion didn't come through. All those in favor of House of Steel? The House of Steel. I see one hand. The House of Beltune. Two hands. And Haven.
Delian doesn't even raise his own hand.
Well, I already raised the hand for yours, so
House of Beltune it is then.
Okay.
That
I
is
have a-
decided.
Yippee.
I'm going to say, Anto, the goblins arrive. So you have 18 goblins that arrive. Do we want to employ 18 goblins as guards?
2 goblins count as one guy, so
I'm going to add a day to the timer, by the way.
can I still give Exodin the
Yes, you can. What do you want to give them?
I'm gonna walk up to Exodin and pull out the glaive, place it in front of him, and then shove into him.
What
I
is
paid
this?
Weapon
What is the glaive?
+1.
Oh shit!
It's pretty heavy. It was designed for an Iron Knight to wield.
And why do you give this to me?
I am having upgrades. As he raises his arm, I cannot grab onto 2 weapons at once. And he lifts up his left and he swaps it out, and a mace pops in. I have backup weapon.
Do you take it, Exodus?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, add it to your sheet. And Ox remove it from your sheet.
Well, appreciated.
I pay the guards per day, right?
No, we pay the guards weekly.
The weapon.
A glaive.
You've already paid the carriers, but the hirelings are paid weekly, but you must pay them in advance for 1 week's worth of work. So it's paid
2
weekly.
times their level, correctly.
Yes, it's, what did we say, 3 times the level?
I think it said 2, because I did 6 for the...
Let's do, 2 times the level, that's fine. So that's 6 gold per day, for instance, for the other guy, and 2 gold per day for the level 1 sorcerer. Right?
So we have 1 Saint Exodus warrior. Oh well.
So here's what the thing is, guys. I'm gonna just kind of push the story across. Is there anything
I
else?
got a couple more. Yeah.
Okay. So this is what we're gonna do. Like the week is going by now, right, guys? So I'm gonna just go to Soar and, well, first of all, I'm gonna go to Azul. Azul, are you gonna try to drink the blood of the thug you caught?
I don't
Kill
want
him.
him to die, but I need the blood.
Roll 3d6 necrotic damage.
All right. $13.
He's actually still alive.
Cool.
He's got
Great.
32 HP somehow as a thug. Is that right? That can't be fucking right.
Hey, that's right. Don't mess with my guy.
Pretty busted.
Kill him! Kill him! You need to.
I just wanted to do a quick.
That is correct. He
Scene
has
with,
32 HP, so he doesn't die.
I just want to do a quick scene with Exon the night of his coronation,
Sure.
and I also wanted to just grab the docs from Oren about to run my organization.
Okay, let's go to Azul and Exodus.
The day The night after your coronation, you get back to the house. You see Azul in your room. His eyes glow red. That's what you first notice when you walk into your room, glowing red eyes.
Glowing red eyes.
And he speaks up. Saint Accident. It was inevitable, wasn't it?
I didn't think this was the only choice, but if that's the way you see it, so be it.
Well, congratulations. I got you a gift for your coronation. And he takes off his ring, and he holds it off, and he like tosses it to you, and it will change shape to stay onto your fat finger, because it was on his small elf finger. Now it enlarges itself to fix for your finger. This ought to help you see truth from lies. You're gonna need it.
I'll hold on to it for you later.
It is a ring of truth telling. It gives you advantage on insight checks to determine if someone's lying to you.
It's perfect for Azul.
Now I'm gonna unequip. All right, bud, it's yours. Wow.
Would that help you more if you're trying to take over the underground? But all right.
Wish you luck as well, Azul. But I will need to establish a few ground rules that I foolishly did not make with honor.
I'm all ears.
No killing, no creating more vampires, and minimize your exploitation of those who are not involved.
Don't worry, Accident. I won't make more vampires. I don't think I even can. I don't really want to. I don't need more of me. Second, I will only aim for big fish that are doing bad deeds.
Then,
With Valerian's Black Book, I should have everything I need to get started.
Sounds like you've been busy.
I had to speak with Orin, get the book from him. I already recruited a thug. He's a scrawny guy, but he can take a punch. I'll give him that. His name's Kevin.
I love naming these like hireling guys.
At least you didn't name him Kenny.
God, if it was named Kenny, can I kill it? I'll just use it. I'll just use it for your arm as a stake.
And what
Pop
are you
it
going
off.
to
Wham.
do to keep yourself in check?
Well, I'll just feed for my crew. I'm their boss, so I have to do what I say.
Okay.
Well,
Watch out, Cardinal. He may get more power than you.
I'm not interested in power. Seems like you're more interested in power than I am for a robot.
Oh yeah, you are a little devil doing all kinds of misdeeds, getting yourself in trouble. Now I gotta have to clean up your mess. I'm technically your nanny bot.
Hey, name one misdeed I've made in the last 10 days.
Should I? You want that alphabetically, or do you want that in a full stack of lists?
So I don't think there's anything that I did wrong.
Drinking, almost causing Anton to die, killing a noble, killing multiple guards in a sunburst of death.
Wait, how did Anto die? I'm confused.
You almost had him killed.
Publicly, he died.
I didn't do anything to do to him.
Let's go to Azul and Orion. Orion, he's trying to get the book from you. From Alarian's chest.
Hey there, Orin.
Orion, not Orion.
Orion.
Orion. Orin's the countenant we're in.
Orange juice.
I just came to visit you real quick. A while back when you guys took Alarian's things. a book, several documents and other stuff got swiped away too. I need that.
Orion reaches into his haversack, pulls out the book. This one.
Yeah, that's it.
He opens it up, flips through it. What's inside of it?
It's written in Common or Elvish. I would say it's probably written in Elvish.
Yeah, it's probably in Thieves' Camp.
Yeah, it's probably written in Thieves' Camp. That's right.
I wouldn't be able to read that.
Yeah,
but I might recognize
sign
it.
language.
I thought Thieves' Camp was mostly sign language. I think Dylan
Yeah,
is
that's what I
correct.
thought.
It's not a written language.
It's a written language, I think.
No, it's not.
It's like a cipher.
It's written in wingdings.
Just fucking symbols.
Sure,
Look at that. See,
say
this
Azul-
cat face
speak
means
in Thieves'
steel.
Camp.
I'll say Azul is right. It's written in wingdings.
Like, see this
Thieves'
little
Camp.
cat face, this little emoji.
It's fucking
it
hilarious.
means steal the cardinal.
The rule of cool, sorry.
Okay, so can Orion look at it real quick and see what's inside of it, just to determine what it is?
You want to cast Comprehend Languages?
Sure.
It's got you see Orion cast magic to start to read the language of Thieves' Camp. The script starts to shift and move into a language Orion can understand. It has names and places, people, things they've done. A book of like dirty deeds of, things they could do to blackmail, maybe the other noble house, and other interesting contacts. It'll help Azul get advantage on rolls.
And did I see anything for the other noble house?
Roll a d20. You roll a 15 or higher, I'll say the answer is yes. Yes.
15.
It appears
it all
that I
down.
believe because we took over Gremming's house, correct?
Yes.
What was the other guy's house again?
Arnold?
Dark guard.
No, it was Dark Guard's, like, they're
Dark Guard's
destroyed.
dead.
Arnold.
Battenford, that's right.
Battenford.
Battenford.
Yes, there appears to be some extortion with Battenford.
Okay.
The crime of what do you think the crime is, Orion?
Failure to pay, or he forged some of his taxes, so he didn't pay them.
There you go.
right.
Valerian
Tax
found out
evasion.
about it. Yeah, tax evasion. With
Tax
King
evasion.
Ian Tarnish.
Send OX over there. Send OX over there. He'll get all the money.
And with that, Orion closes the book and hands it over to Azul.
Thank you.
Would have been crazy. You said something like colluding with the Genie King. That'd be well.
Oh God, I wish that was the case.
Should have mentioned it before I said it.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of. Is anybody else? So I forgot.
Yeah,
I think we
I
kind of skipped over
stressed-
Anto real quick. I want to go back to Anto real quick. Anto, are we bringing in these goblin guards?
I mean, that was the plan, no? To bring the goblins for guards, or to replace the guards that we don't have mysteriously.
Thank you,
And-
Accident.
So I'm going to take the 10 guards that we have, plus 18. We now have 28 guards.
Double where we started, but we still need a lot more.
It's
Good
kind of
start.
strange as goblin and man are walking side by side with one another. It truly is strange times.
2D goblins.
To adapt.
Also, in the midst of all of that, the goblins with the guards and everything, you can see Anto on the background running to the carpet room again because he made a big mistake. It wasn't a 2x2, it was a 12x8.
12 by 8. You
Plaque.
had a huge plaque made.
12x8 inches.
Like,
by the
can't
way.
just uncarve this now, can I? That'll cost 2 gold.
Make it 1.
Make a persuasion roll.
1 gold, 5 silver.
Yes.
Drop it down, 5 silver.
Cutie
Persuasion.
goblins.
Persuasion. Where's persuasion? I have persuasion right here. 21.
You beat him, so yes, 1 gold.
All right, 1 gold. Thank you very much. It's a flat wooden plank. So, by the
Okay,
way.
got it. Sweet. Let's go to Orion since he's been asking.
Okay, so first thing, on the house of Voltune, what was the house doing as a business to keep itself in the black prior to our taking over the house? I'm trying to ascertain what the business was that it was conducting. Did it have a garden? Did it have farming? Did it have some kind of merchant thing?
Also try to find out what Stormbrook's main export is.
At this point, it has to be fucking
13.
At this point.
We're playing SimCity
Can I get some
now.
assistance? Anybody else good at investigating?
Oh,
I am proficient at it.
I could
Can
probably
you give me some
stupid.
assistance?
Yes.
Wow.
Natural one.
So
Double?
13 is my best roll.
He was always dealing with the lynx. But he just kind of kept to himself. We don't know. The neighbors tell you.
Alrighty then.
So can we do this the OX
Anything
way?
else, Orion?
Oh yes.
Sim
What?
City.
Question on the
What was Orion
refugees. On the refugees that are currently at Stormbrook. Are they just living in the streets like a tent community kind of thing, or
San
have they been?
Francisco? Yeah, sure. Maybe a
Okay.
little sprinkle of Portland.
Oh God, Portland.
Oh no.
All right. So the next thing
I
I'm
didn't
going
think
to
we
do.
were that bad.
Drug uses, tent cities, homelessness and crime. And
So it's
Azul
Connecticut,
walking
damn.
around trying to rouse up the Thieves Guild. Let's have Orion make a roll. Just for curiosity's sake. If he rolls a 10
What
or
am I-
higher, something bad happens.
I don't like these invert rolls.
You're not alone.
All down to
Of course, the way I've been rolling, it might not be bad.
There we go.
Oh, of course, the one time
Of
I rolled a 19.
course.
The crime
Almost
is,
that's
the
what
lack of guards is the crime is starting to get bad in the city. Especially with all the
does that mean
refugees.
my business increases?
Azul gets, yes, advantage
Oh,
on the
wow.
rolls.
Look at Azul. That shit will never change. He's taking advantage of it. All that money.
I think I should take charge of the Thieves Guild.
Even
Okay.
worse. Hell no.
So first, I have a geographical question too.
Okay.
Looking at the map of Orin and Stormbrook specifically,
Mm-hmm.
what is the borders of Stormbrook's land?
Unknown.
So nobody knows how big Stormbrook's possessions are.
Well,
All right,
it
very
goes-
well.
You look at the walls; they were repaired by Ian Parnish.
Uh-huh.
He did.
I mean, outside the walls.
Beyond the walls, it's as much force as you can. What armies do you possess? How much force can you exert? The border is only as good as an army can hold it.
Correct. I was just wondering what the borders were.
I told you.
Okay. So then there will be no problem with this. I'm going to create an edict ordering that the lands to the southwest
Southwest. Okay.
are going to be the property of House Deepwood.
Your house. Okay.
Yes, exactly, since I'm a lord.
Sure.
And then I'm
so
going
the house,
to...
like right outside the walls, all the way up to the Great Wood, the Deep Wood.
Well, how big is this area right here? I'm looking at the map right now. There's like a triangular area right in front of that castle.
Yeah, I know it's kind of hard to know how the distance, everything like that. Do you want me to
Can
tell
you estimate it?
I don't know. I'd probably say it's 2 or 3 days travel by foot. So how many miles is that? Probably 30 or 40
it would be
miles.
smaller. I thought it would be smaller because you said Brookshire was a week away. So I thought that was going to be much, much smaller.
I never said that because I have a gridded map.
Oh, okay. In that case, then yeah, it'll be an area just along the shore and along the forest area. It'll be a triangular area just off of Stormbrook, and it'll be about a day's travel in each direction. And then
Oh,
to
so
the
I see what you're doing. The Deepwood Vales Forest runs almost right up next to Stormbrook. You're claiming all those hexes around it.
those hexes around it,
Okay.
and basically stopping at the top of where it says Orm of the Stormbrook, stopping there, kind of creating a triangle right there.
Okay, make an insight roll. An edict goes throughout Azul.
Oh, there's more to this edict.
Sork's crier, yeah, but make an insight roll. Sork's criers begin to also help with saying that this land west is now under the possession of the House of Deepwood.
And then to the north is going to go to the House of Bittenford.
Yeah, make an insight roll, please. We'll say the DC's 10.
22.
Yes, you've claimed it, but what army will hold it? And since you roll a natural 20, you hear dangerous rumors about the Genie King amassing an army. He's looking. Apparently, he sent a ship here to Stormbrook not too long ago as you begin to question some of the sailors, just taking an assessment of the things. It was for a man or a gnome named Arno who never came.
Awesome.
And apparently the Genie King feels offended.
Awesome.
Oh
Genie
boy.
King.
Having Nate coming here, we're gonna have to deal with all that.
Anything else Orion wishes to do? Orion sends out an edict, but it's like a piece of paper.
Yeah, that's all I want. And then along with that, there'll be a secondary edict that lords who have been given land by the previous edict will pay a 5% tax on their net profits garnered from that land to Stormbrook.
You want like the 5% tax to be applied to who?
It's applied to the profits generated from the land that was granted by the previous edict. It'll apply to me, it'll apply to Arnold, but it's only on the profits generated by those lands. So if we don't earn anything, we don't pay anything.
I mean, the accounting is probably not that sophisticated. It's like basically you require like a certain tax and they're going to just collect it. You have to hire tax collectors. Tax collectors will say work at a rate of like an artisan wage, 2 gold pieces a week.
Okay, I'm not gonna make an edict that gives me a fixed cost at this point.
Okay, because you have to have tax collectors go out and do it.
Yeah, but until there's money to be taxed, there's no sense in having a fixed tax. I would rather do it as a percentage, but that's fine. I won't set the second edict. I'll skip that.
Okay. It's not impossible. Like, what you're asking is totally reasonable. But you have to
for right now, it's going to have to be honor system until we have tax collectors.
Well, who will enforce the code?
At
The
this
goblins?
Point,
He points over to the goblins.
at this,
no.
At this point, there's no revenue to be collected. When there is, it'll be worth the concern.
I say we just take it by force, boss.
Probably Azul.
The goblin says to Orion. Yeah, why don't we just take the crops?
It was much easier to do it this way.
Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to go to a synopsis with Azul. Azul's kind of thing is he's just building up his little empire. This is the last week before Nona Viggal shows up. Last time I'm going around the table, really. Azul, it's been about a week. We can make another roll. Do you want to just build up your criminal empire some more? And Sor gets to make some more rolls. I think we've only made like two rolls so far. We get to make it for 10 days.
I'm gonna, yeah.
So
I'll
it's
stop
at
once I get
advantage
5.
and it's investigation. With crime running rampant, do I get like any
You get
pluses
advantage.
to this? Oh, okay. I can't get double advantage, so let's just roll. 19.
Yeah. I mean, the thugs are pretty strong. They got 32 HP. So yeah, you get another. Let's say you get D4 thugs.
D4 thugs. All right.
Meanwhile, I got my source over here, level 1. Just gonna get one shot by your little thugs.
So you got one thug. Unfortunately, we'll say one of the other thugs dies from blood loss from you drinking his blood.
Oh, come on!
Hey man, you rolled a 1.
I got. God.
Well, there's a vampire.
That explains why, you know, there was only one left. You couldn't control your hunger. Ox is up.
I'll say I drank the recruit. Kevin's still alive.
Yes, exactly.
Well, since there's no actual mission for Ox to do, and Delia hasn't given him any offensive orders, Ox is going to be joining the guards to pretty much continue the watch.
Okay, helping out, things like that. Let's see if I got a rumor for you. The merchants have been losing ships at the sea. The king hasn't sent any men out to look for them. There's rumors that a dragon who once watched over the city is sinking them. The king is worthless. He's not preventing this. Let's go to Exodus.
There's a dragon that worked for the city?
That's right.
It worked for the city?
Used to watch over the
And
city.
worked
maybe.
for the city. He was protecting the city.
That's an old quest.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna just be doing. I'm good.
Good.
That's all right. I
Same
got something
Exodus.
for you, Exodus.
Exodus rolls. Are you trying to find knights and stuff like this, Exodus, to draw to your
Yeah,
order?
yeah, we'll do that.
What's the name of the order? Have you figured it out yet?
Oh no, I'm gonna need like a week. I can't.
Oh,
do
boy.
names.
A whole week. Exodus, make a investigation roll. A search
Alright.
out or religion roll. It's up to you.
The Order of Mercy.
Best.
The Order of Mercy.
I'm gonna do my inspiration for this.
Cool.
The Order of the Blueberry Brigade.
No. Or excellent. The Order of
Well,
Mercy. I mean, you're the
natural
god is
20.
mercy, right?
All right, let's roll on the tier 2. And also roll a d8.
Okay.
I wonder if I can form a spy network.
I'm going to say you find a level 4 paladin. It must have been one of the knights that had fled from Summercan when Summercan was sacked by the Genie King. You also roll a 5. You find equivalent of 5 other guards that will serve you without pay.
Hell yeah.
Do you want me to add them to the list?
We're gonna get
Yes.
sacked.
Or martyrs for Exodus, the
So we
The
have
killer
one guard.
Give me the zealots.
And then we have the one paladin. I'm going to try to write it down. It's a 6th level paladin. So it's a pretty high level paladin because you roll a natural 20. He serves Meatol. They are all sworn unto Meatol as you perform the ceremonies. That personally, and make sure they swear their oaths. They serve the same paladin oath that you do, right? They swear these oaths of, I believe, vengeance.
Yeah.
So they swear the oaths of vengeance, and the paladin is now an oath of vengeance paladin. So how it works is you can make rolls, but if you don't want to accept the guy, you don't have to, right? He just comes to you and looking for work. Sword make the rolls. The first roll of you get to make a lot more rolls. So this is just organizing my tables. A 3rd level fighter. Do you want him?
Yeah, I'm not looking for exclusively magic casters, but if they come here, I'm not going to exactly turn them away.
Do you want the 3rd level fighter?
Yes, I'll take them.
Make another roll. Just keep track of what you have to do so you can pay them the wages. A natural 20, we roll on the higher tier hirelings chart. A 4th level cleric. Again, you get to determine who they are, who they serve, their story, and all that stuff too, right? If you want.
It's all going to be in my notes.
Cool. And then you have to keep track of the pay too. So that's another thing
Yeah,
too. When the
that's
week
there as
comes
well.
up, pays for everybody has to go out. Otherwise, the business is shut down.
Yeah, I have the gold next to their names and everything.
Okay, great. Keep rolling. That's the roll number 2, believe. You have 5 more to go, let's just say. That one's a no effect. Keep rolling.
I wish I got to roll this many times.
Get the roll 10 or higher. I'm sorry, Azul.
You're good now.
Neither.
I made you roll a d4. You rolled a... We'll come back to Azul and help him out. He's true. He's right. Roll again. So you have 2 more rolls, or 3 more rolls, I believe. Okay,
more.
here we go. A second level monk. Do you want to hire him?
Yes.
Okay, and then 2 more rolls, right? Natural 1.
Nope.
I'm not going to punish you. Keep one last roll, I believe.
That's a 19.
That's a high enough roll, so we roll on the tier 2. A 4th level warlock.
Yes.
The criers go out to 30,000 people. Rumor begins to spread throughout the land that nobles are beginning to hire people again, and that Stormbrook has been completely liberated. And so adventurers are beginning to flock to it. As a result, for Azul and the trade of Azul, and maybe running a black market too, Azul rolls we'll make it interesting, a d20.
Straight D20?
Yes.
Alright. Let's see here.
It's the place is ill prepared, but the merchants are working with Ryuzu, so they're under no threat. A natural 1.
Do I get it?
No, you rolled a natural 1, buddy. Only 1 other magic crafter comes in. The city now has 6 magic crafters. I'm sorry. Blame your own shitty rolls. Delian.
I was trying to follow Azul if he's around. If
You can
not,
just scry on him, bro. Then he has to make a save. You know who he is intimately.
Yeah, what the heck? I'll do a scry.
Roll a wisdom saving throw, Azul, as Delian tries to scry on you and know exactly where you're at.
14.
I believe that's a failure.
What if he's not decent?
I think he's a -5 or whatever like that. So you know where you see Azul sleeping in the crypts of Valerian, right? Because you're doing this probably during the day. What do you want to do, Delian?
How many people around him?
That's like 2, 3.
So if he's sleeping during the day, does that mean he can sense anything around him while he's sleeping?
I don't know. We could get into more detail. Well, it depends on what you were trying to do.
I was going to perform the ceremony while he's asleep.
You have to make a stealth roll versus...
It's perfectly what I would do.
You need 3 people to perform the ceremony.
I need 3 people. Why do I need 3?
What it was like.
You need to do the ceremony. You need 3 people.
All right, I'll just grab 2 people from the temple to come with me.
Okay. Do you want to just have 2 people?
Yes, sure.
Oh my god.
You find devout followers from the clergy. They're just like commoners essentially, or
Yeah,
acolytes.
I'll be like, look, we're gonna be the secret police today. Let's go.
Azul makes a perception roll with disadvantage. How is Azul sleeping is the question. Is he sleeping in a coffin finally?
Well,
He's sound asleep.
I think Azul will probably be sleeping in a coffin.
Yeah, with his arm across like this, right?
Yes, exactly.
as much as it is fucked up, he thinks of it as a win almost. He is sleeping in the coffin that his father was trapped in.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also gonna cast
But he's
silence
hidden
as
it
we get
very
closer.
He doesn't want to get jumped because he is now the leader and a vampire of a criminal organization.
How do you try to restrain Azul, though? I mean, you have to like open the coffin, put him in the center of the circle, and do it. Do you bring shackles and restraints?
Yeah, I guess so. Did we shackle Thomas? I don't remember. We
He
did that.
freely
Well,
accepted
he was
to do
willing,
it.
so
Yeah, I guess we'll have to just restrain him. That's fine. Shackles is fine.
Do I make a perception check at disadvantage?
I'm assuming like the guards are kind of out, right? And you only have a few guards are kind of like doing stuff at night. Let's just make a d20 roll to see how well protected this place is that you've made.
Probably not very well.
This is the caster and martial divide that I've heard so notoriously about. 7, which is kind of like mediocre. What happens is Azul wakes up. The coffin is opened up. Delian is there with the 2 acolytes. Do we roll initiative? Is that how this is going? You see them, they have shackles, Azul. What do we say and what do we do?
Wouldn't
And he's
surprise
doing
us.
this without the OX3 there.
Well, I guess it is silenced. Yeah, it would be very difficult, right? As you cast silence, really, Delian? Is that what you're doing?
Well, I was going to cast silence a little bit before we arrived so that he couldn't hear us.
It's like
but-
dead quiet as you move into the into his crypt to start opening it up, right?
Yep.
Because it's at like an AOE of 15 feet. You basically open the crypt up without any noise, and Azul can't even wake up.
Yep.
Do we just restrain him against his will?
Yeah, we're going to restrain him and then do the ceremony really quickly.
So Azul, basically, I'm going to say,
murdered.
I'm going to say Azul is restrained by his hands and his feet. That does
Like
not
being
mean
murdered.
we roll initiative. The silence spell goes down. What do you? And this is your role play moment, unless we're going to go straight to combat. The only condition is Azul is restrained. That's it.
Yeah, and I'm going to be like, hey, just relax. You'll be a human. You'll be a human in no time.
Oh God!
As
can
soon as
see
I
this.
wake up, I try to get out of these restraints.
Do we roll
Yep.
initiative?
Your legs and hands are restrained.
Don't fight it, because otherwise I'll have to cast a spell to further restrain you. That doesn't make any sense, right?
God.
Doesn't even know
I'm
what Azul
sorry,
likes.
Azul.
He
What do you
can't
do,
bring
Azul?
his soul.
Do you
I try
resist?
to break out and get the out of here.
You try to
Delian
resist
Ladies and
Delian. What do we do?
smile.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you lawful good.
Present to you lawful evil.
Delian,
It is lawful good.
what do you? He's
Trying
trying to
to help him.
resist. Do we roll initiative, or how does this go down?
Well, he's restrained. I mean, what's he going to do exactly?
He rolls with disadvantage on all attacks, and he's unarmed.
He's going to attack.
He's not immobilized. He's just restrained.
His speed is 0, and he's his speed is 0, and he's immobilized.
I think that could make,
You're gonna
a
force me to knock you out, really?
Dex check to get out of manacles.
No, but I'm saying, are you going to really force me to knock you out? Is that what you want to do?
He's not paying attention to whatever you're saying. He's just trying to get free.
And that's where we'll start the next game.
Awesome.
Oh, my
Oh,
God,
Delia, you
dude.
idiot. If you at least
I'm
wanted
not
to
an
try
idiot.
this, you could have just brought the machine with you. You brought 2 acolytes on a desperate vampire in on their territory by
I'm not-
yourself.
I hate to tell you this, but against vampires, I'm pretty deadly, so I don't think it's a. I don't think it's
You're
a fair
trying
match.
to knock them out and do the ritual. You're not trying to kill them.
I only have to hit them with the last hit to knock them out, so I should be okay. I think.
Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
It's
Different
like
pace.
another
What
downtime
about-
session.
Where's Kevin? Where's my thug Kevin?
We
Don't
rolled
worry,
a
you'll be
7. You
Don't
rolled a
worry,
7.
you'll be
They're out
human.
trying to do
Don't
stuff.
resist.
My rolls are killing me.
I know, you rolled like a
Don't
natural
resist.
one on the other one. Someone rolled a natural
Why are
one.
you resisting? You should be a human by now. What?
You're just trying to kill him. You're just trying to
Delian-
play with forbidden magic.
I'm not trying to kill him.
As we show up to the ritual site, Delian has to pick 3 items that are relevant to draw Azul's spirit back. So that's something Delian has to think about.
And,
What
and
type
Delian
of items
has
are they
no
putting
clue.
around the ring to actually do it? And Azul is restrained, but Delian might have to kill Azul. I mean, Azul is resisting hard. He's trying to break out Delian, and we'll just pick that up from next game, I
What do
guess.
you mean 3 items that are personally related to?
As I'm just going to kind of lead off too. The escort of the Queen Nona arrives, and that's where we'll begin next week as well. So we'll start off with the fight with
Delian.
Delian into the Queen arriving.
Delian, you just did a big stupid.
If anybody, I know we kind of rushed the end of this, but every day there's just a lot going on. If people want to do more downtime stuff like Soar, Anto, or Orion, or anybody, just personally message me throughout the week in a DM, and we can do rolls or something like that. It'll be kind of a play-by-post
Okay.
thing, right? If you
just
have
wanna
more
get these
ideas pop in
days-
your head or anything like that,
I just wanted to get these weeks over so I can get my drill.
Man, if anything, man, I would have.
Azul, make sure
I
your
wish I put
backup
up
character is
traps
ready.
and stuff.
Azul
So
needs his
what are
backup
the-
character.
What are the three items that they have to be related to Azul?
If they
Or something?
are,
Yeah, it's
if
the
they
same
are
thing
related
as
to
Thomas.
Azul, yes, it's the same thing as Thomas, Delian. The more related to Azul they are, to draw his spirit back, but they're sacrificed in fire from Ivonia's fire. But you get advantage on the roll to draw his soul back.
Just that bow alone should be enough to get his soul back.
That's one
He
item
hates
of
that
3.
fucking thing.
Yeah, need 3. Doesn't matter if
Where's the
one's a
bow?
power.
Who has it?
The acolyte holds it up.
Like
So you're
The
gonna
acolyte
sacrifice his
removed
bow.
it from his coffin when it was silenced. Right?
all right, let's use the bow. That's good.
See, this is what happens
I'm
when
telling you,
players
you'll
are
be
reading the
human.
sheets.
You'll be human. Don't worry.
He's going to kill you. You know that, right? And then I'm gonna have to go kill him,
Oh
even
wait,
if
he
he's a
has my
vampire
bow.
or
I
human.
thought I got that bow back.
This is
never
the
told
thing
you.
is he's read his character sheet, guys. He knows what's up. He casts silence. You're sleeping. He scryed on you. You failed the saving throw, so he knows where you are. You know, this is 9th level stuff. Like, he knows where you are. He's the cardinal of the city. And he has acolytes and resources. Yes, Azul, you're doing your thing, but you're like small little thug armies just out kind of like trying to hustle the city down right now.
Yeah.
You haven't been
I didn't
left
roll
like
good. The
weeks.
dice were not on my side.
Yeah, you just rolled bad, and it's okay.
Azul, just think of it this way.
I'm assuming
you
that
met-
your weapon is in the crypt, and his 2 acolytes have removed it, and you know maybe they want to use it in the sacrifice and to bring you back.
Yeah, now you say that, yeah. If it would have been on me,
Yes,
but I got manacled and shit.
yes. They probably removed the bow. You probably didn't feel it, or they manacled and removed the bow from you, and you were talking with Delian. You know, and I mean, I'm trying to do it realistically. They have your bow, but that doesn't mean that, like, Azul, you still have natural claw attacks as a vampire. And, you know, you are in your crypt.
I just can't wait for it to happen. If Azul stays, he might have a chance of dying. But if he fights back and hurts Delia, Wex is going to kill him.
I don't think it'll be too much of a trouble. I mean, undead is not really an issue unless it's like Ilarian level. So